Hello? Hello?
Yeah, what's up? Can you hear me really clear?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Uh, Thank you for letting me on Lorne Radio.
Hello, Sean.
It's a
Welcome to.
pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
Oh, that's cool. I hope it works. Is it working for you? What's the link? Maybe you could post that somewhere.
I think I followed the link that you were talking about, the tiny URL link.
Oh, and it's working like that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna post it. Cool, 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 cool. Wow. Are you excited about? Are you anxious about touching my penis?
I don't. You
Oh.
like my Boston hat I got here?
Yeah, nice. Nice. You should be able to ask questions if you don't have a mic. Wow. Still new to this. I wanted to do it over Skype because we only have 10 people maximum here. So I'm very sorry about that if you can't get in. Sorry. Sorry. Don't be sorry. Fuck, I love Lorne.
Sorry about what?
Of course I want to be naked with you. I love you. What the fuck?
Hello?
Oh, hello. Who's this?
Tracy.
Oh, Tracy. So happy to. Oh, you're not in my book. I have to have you in the book. I have no Tracy.
Tracy Gann.
Tracy again. Oh, yeah, I'll have to add you. You're not in the book yet. It's a shame.
I was invited to this. I've never done one of these before, so this is my first time.
Me too.
Are you nervous about
Oh, God.
Well, we hear it a lot, so yeah.
I've never even done this before. I never even meant to do it.
So, do we just sit around and talk about Lorne?
Pretty much.
Well, yeah, and maybe a few other predators too. I guess.
Yeah, I'm mostly
This is the
going to be
Daniel show.
posting to people, so people can't find the links. I'm mostly going to do that, so it's up to you to. Wow, is it the?
Something's buzzing. Something I don't know.
So,
Oh, 30 viewers.
who's here? Like, who's here?
Beavis,
Well,
Sean,
Beavis
Daniel,
Jones. I like Beavis's picture. Well, that
Fuck,
just disappeared.
Fuck, I love Lorne. Oh. Hmm.
All right, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Beavis.
Beavis.
What are you guys up to tonight?
Not a whole lot.
Yep. Know it a whole lot.
What the fuck? You got it better than me. What a fucking moron. Lorne, you're such an idiot.
Oh my God!
I'm still trying to invite people in.
You need to ask Beavis, where's Butthead Jones? Beavis and Butthead.
Wow. People can hear us. That's good. Hello to everyone. Hello to everyone watching. Hello to all the new Lornographer. A lot of people joined recently. Hi to you. Lorne is our obsession.
He maybe should have a TV show.
A reality TV. I need to invite people. I don't know how to invite you. If you want to join, just message me and I will be able to I invited everybody I could. But you have to be
Hey,
invited or something. Sorry?
Is Shaman coming to this one?
No, I think he's busy with work, and it's a shame.
That would be pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh, guess what I just realized? His birthday's next month.
Yes, Lorne.
Oh my gosh, in
Oh,
exactly
yeah.
a month, just about. Isn't it like on the 18th?
Yep. Ah, you're good. Yes. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'd really like if we could all, that's like one of my projects, if we could all send a little birthday gift for Lorne. If you don't know what to send, of course you want to send either some condoms or a bracelet. You can send them to 19th Ariana's Way. And that's actually a project I wanted people to do. Just wish him a happy birthday to Lorne.
What about a webcam?
With the battery taped in.
Especially.
I'm convinced he knows of his following.
Oh, he does. He tries to sue me.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm serious.
Oh,
He tried to sue you.
God is calling me some mental issues.
Yeah, it's one of my videos.
Pastel, please.
Fuck, I love Lorne.
He really tried to sue you?
Yeah, the DMCA is on one of my videos.
Oh my gosh.
I think Lorne needs to call a ambulance.
Hello.
Hello, man. I'm getting someone typing, but I can't find it. Alright, give me some time to fix it
Hey,
up.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yep.
Oh, hey, this is Ben. How's it going, guys?
Oh, guys, by the way, you know Chris Hansen has a new TV show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's gonna come out next year.
No, it's already out.
It's
Oh,
already
it is?
out.
On Investigation Discovery.
Oh, I don't get that
Wow,
change. That makes sense.
Well, if you follow this one guy, his name is Rob, he uploads all those videos on Facebook. If you, Facebook Crime Inc., like CRIMEINC, he uploads all the ID videos, so he's uploaded a whole bunch of them.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
You said Crime Inc.?
Yep, Crime, CRIMEINC, like,
Oh, Frank Cinema.
I'm gonna go pull that up on Facebook right now. I didn't know there was already episodes out.
yep, it started about 3 weeks ago.
I was thinking
Out
he
tonight.
would like air the stuff on 2015 and maybe not release until next year or something. But I don't know.
Chris Hansen didn't want to keep us waiting.
Yeah, barely earlier than he said it was supposed to be out.
There's still room for 2 more in the chat if anyone want to join. It's 10 maximum, so that's not bad.
Hey, Nathaniel, I had an idea for you, really quick.
Yes?
You were talking about, like, doing a version of the book for, like, different kinds of, like, versions of the book to add in a bunch of stuff. The one thought I had is, like, could you release that on iBooks and, like, download it from the iBooks store if we could get something like that put together?
Okay. Yes, that would be doable. That's a great idea from iBooks. Okay, I was trying to list it on Amazon, but Amazon is kind of stingy. So if I sell the book for $1, I would make like 18 cents. Like 82 cents would go to Amazon out of $1.
Oh.
82 cents out of $1?
Yeah.
They are greedy.
Yeah.
That'd be
Amazon.
something that Lorne could afford.
Yeah.
What about Lulu?
You. Fuck, I love Lorne.
We all do.
We all love Lorne.
Oh yeah, we do. I'm going to release all the new stuff we found, which is the federal cases he's had, like he's trying to sue the government.
What
that?
an idiot.
Yeah, the lawsuit is quite something. I've been working on it to. He has,
That's dumb, though.
he has 6 lawsuits against the government.
How recent are those?
Can anybody hear me? Hello?
Yeah, we can.
I can
Yep.
hear. I think I can hear
Yeah, we
everybody.
can hear you, Beavis.
Oh yeah, this computer.
So he
has,
thinks
like-
he's gonna get a payday because he's a child molester.
No,
and
you're
a con
wrong.
man.
It's
When they
all
said
indecent
crime
assault.
pays, I don't think they meant that kind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you,
Hey, this is Ben. Is everybody hearing me?
Yep.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
hear you.
yeah.
Awesome.
Like bend over or Ben? What kind of Ben?
Just Ben. I know I never heard that in grade school.
Are you
it's
serious?
really been a long time.
So it's Lorne's the expert at bending over anyway. So.
There you go.
Well, I'm Tracy, so I got Dick Tracy.
I got Ben Kenobi too, so that was cool.
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't be surprised if Lorne bend over Jeff Stacy.
Oh.
You know, there's one thing I've always wondered about. Somebody, I don't know if all of you remember this, but on one of the episodes of Catch Predator, in one of the Florida states, there was 2 guys that like left the jail together and became really good friends, and like one gave one cigarette, and then the guy who got the cigarette gave him a ride home. I always kind of wondered if, you know, like our Lorne and Savior and Dustin McFedridge became best friends behind bars.
That's another thing I wondered too.
It could be like a sitcom, you know.
Like,
I
how
think
do you-
Lorne
Living
and his friends more like it'd be like odd couple.
Yes, like the Odd Couple, yeah.
Like, can you imagine? How'd you meet your friend? Oh, we met in high school. How'd you meet your friend? Oh, we met in college. How'd you meet your friend? Oh, we met on To Catch a Predator.
We met on Yahoo.
You know, one's obsessed about counting the hairs, and then the other one's going to shave them.
No, ew.
Hey, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I think Base Shaman has a sitcom idea there. Maybe he should put something together for that.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't doubt that. He's pretty good at that. Yeah, I like his little whatever little sketch thing. Him and Lorne and Kayla.
Hello. Hello, page 1, page 1. Oh my god.
So Lorne got tricked by 5 different girls then, because
Pretty sad.
there's 2 different girls in the decoy pictures. There's Casey, and then there's 2 the phone decoy and the chat decoy.
Oh yeah, wait. So there was the one who he was typing to. Then there was the
Yeah.
one who he was talking to on the phone, and then there was
And then there's Casey.
and then there was
Who
Casey.
was the
Those
typing?
photos, there's 2 different girls in those
Was
photos.
the,
You can tell.
Yeah, and
Wait,
those two
there were-
pictures, they don't even look the same at all.
Yeah, it's
No,
not
their
even close.
facial structure is different.
I thought you
And then
had one.
the Infinite Disney Girl one.
Yeah, that was an awesome chat log. I'm eating a pot pie. I hope you don't mind.
Why
Did
did
you
you
guys-
say that, Kayla?
Do you guys think that Lorne is celebrating today? Like, 8 years ago I began chatting with my precious little princess, so I have to celebrate.
No doubt.
Oh my goodness, is this the anniversary?
It is.
Absolutely.
It's the beginning of Lawrence.
22
When
p.m.
he first had
Beginning of
it.
the end.
His first word, hi, 8 years ago today.
What do you say?
Wait,
Was he
8
naked?
years? Oh my God, has it really been 8 years?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, God.
My word, I can't believe it's already been 8 years.
Man, his birthday every year must be awkward.
Yeah.
Yeah, back then I was like 16.
I wonder which day he gets depressed about more, today or his birthday.
I bet his
Well,
birthday
his
was
birthday's the anniversary of it.
I think every day of Lord's life is the worst day of his life.
well,
But I think
yeah.
his birthday takes the happy birthday cake.
Yeah.
Because that's like the anniversary of like when everything imploded.
His mom makes him a Miss Vagina cake.
Speaking of his mom, maybe we can talk about a few subjects in the new material.
Yeah.
Why did she send him money in jail? Why did you care? Just give up about him and just
Wait, she
forget he
did
exists.
send him money in jail?
A lot of it, thousands of dollars.
Wait, how'd you find this out?
Oh, that's the lawsuit, and it's out. I'm very happy to say the lawsuit is out. It's on churchofcod.com. The file is there, the lawsuit. I'm going to post a link in the chat.
A lot of good hours of research
Sure,
with that.
walk
That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I love watching your videos.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you very much. I put a lot of work into it.
What's the website?
Church of Quad, C-A-W-D.
Oh, you know what? I saw that the other day when I Googled him one day.
Good reading.
Thank you. And you can look at the lawsuit. It's in the file section, and the lawsuit, it's everything we have so far. I want to thank Brother Branson for doing everything. Like, I didn't do much to get those files. He did all the research and phone calls and all. Thank you so much, Brother Branson.
But did you really find a topless picture of him?
The progression.
Yes.
And that's 60 megs of new material about Lorne. Most
Oh
of
my
them
God.
never seen before.
Oh, wow.
Including a letter by his mom. I don't want to spoil it, but his mother wrote to Lorne about his poor son.
Oh, wow.
Can't wait to watch it.
The son of God died for our sins.
I actually feel bad for this moment.
He was crucified on that stoop on that fateful night.
You know, I live near D.C. I kind of want to sit, and the Pope's going to be in town next week. I kind of want to send this picture to him.
Lorne as the Pope.
The Pope needs to see this so that he knows what he's teaching people.
Oh,
I want to send him a plane ticket for an interview.
Wouldn't it be cool if you just dropped in here?
That's the hope, man. I wish.
Oh,
No, Lord can't die. Then what?
Praise God.
Then all of his legacy goes with him. No.
in all
No, we did
seriousness,
everything that he did besides a picture of Bud. We'll remember him for the rest of our lives.
in all seriousness, this guy is a dangerous felon and he's batshit insane. So be careful. You don't know about those people. I think he's dangerous.
I was thinking today that he's the type of guy that would be like a really creepy stalker with a woman. You know, even if he just tried to get in a relationship with an adult woman, he would be a really creepy stalker type.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You know, I wonder what Lorne does for his job because he delivers milk. And
Yeah.
I know he's not allowed near schools. Does he actually deliver to schools, or is it like the tanker truck?
No, Lorne provides the milk. So you go into Clark's headquarters and there's like a giant machine, he has like 600 teats that are all hooked up, and he's just laying there going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God."
Stalker. Get in a relationship.
Back to the Clark.
One of his teats gives weak coffee.
Coffee.
Lorne does for his job because he delivers milk.
Coffee.
And
Coffee.
he's not allowed near schools. Does he actually deliver to schools, or is it like the tanker truck?
No, Lorne provides the milk. So you go into Clark's headquarters and there's like a giant machine, he has like 600 teats that are all hooked up. And he's just laying there going, "Oh God, oh God, oh God."
Well,
Hello, we got some Nico. I'm really happy face.
Up here we got 10 people in our row. One of his teats gives weak coffee.
Oh, Denko. Somebody joined. Sorry, Patrick. Sorry, man. I had to mute you because that was getting unnerving.
Can
Hi
you hear me?
guys,
hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Praise God.
think help me. Hi. If you don't know, sorry, it's just my accent.
What accent is that?
Australian.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
It's good to know. I'm going to change the book. You're in the book, but I'm not sure you're gonna like it. Like, I'm
Oh,
never
really?
sure people. Yeah, I'm never sure people
Yeah,
will
no,
like.
I'm in it. Oh.
Lorne
I don't
is Lorne is international now. He's worldwide.
He's a star, not for karaoke, but yeah.
Hey,
I'm gonna-
Nathaniel,
yes.
I got a proposition for you. I'm a student majoring in accounting, so if you want to do like more stuff on observing his financials in the book, I'll be more than happy to help you out.
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Like, what do you mean exactly? Yes, finance, his stuff.
Like if you're gonna post like stuff about his finances and maybe go through it a little more, or
Oh, that would be great. That would be great. Because right now we're trying to get the file for his OUI. That would be great.
Oh man.
We know where.
I've had anything on my record says no UI.
No, my record site is OUI. Yeah, don't drive him. That's no big deal.
I wish you were here right now. If you were, you'd be naked.
And if you need help with like the law type of stuff, I'm studying it in school right now, so.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say you have a role in the book, but I'm never sure people are gonna write their role. Like I'm really afraid some people are gonna be like offended by what I write.
I'm not gonna get offended in any way.
Oh, that's good, because I have one person that has a pretty serious role in the book, and it's quite me. I feel bad writing it.
Did you get mine?
You shouldn't feel bad.
Yes, I did get yours. I'm gonna check.
hey Nathaniel, when's that cut off again on the donations?
I should maybe say that I just posted the lawsuit. I'm gonna cut it after to show tonight because I need to really push the final touches. I cut a couple pages, like it was about way too long. So if you want to be in the book, like there are some people I just put. If you want to be in the book, it's by the end of the Lorne radio, I would say.
Okay, I'm doing mine now then. So I haven't had a chance to do it until now, but I'll go to churchofcod.com and do that now.
Oh, thank you so much. And 100% of the money that was raised was used to get the lawsuit, because you have to pay to get them, like research fee. So we all got the awesome. You should check it. It's really amazing. I'm going to do a study of it. Like this guy, the things he says, like it's unbelievable. I don't know if somebody can download it to tell me it's working.
I'll
Has
check it
anyone in
out.
history been studied more than we're studying Lorne?
I'm
We're
reading the chat
scrutinizing
log
over
right now.
every single detail.
Lorneology.
Hilarious.
Well,
Yeah, I'm reading the chat log.
I don't think any of the other Predators took the fantasy as far as Lorne did, and I think
Yeah,
that's that's part of his appeal. Yeah.
Absolutely right.
It's just everything. It's like a
what
perfect storm.
What I see, I think Lorne sees himself as a father figure towards Kayla. So, like, calling her a precious little princess, it's kind of full on.
Yeah, it's a really disturbing relationship, and of course his choice of song, ties into
Yeah,
that.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
about like a father singing to a daughter. It's weird.
He's a sick pervert, and he likes to take the role of the father with the kids, meaning
Yeah.
that I'm the father, I'm going to educate you.
Yeah. Well, I have a question, and I kind of wish Shaman could be here. My question is, how, this mother lode of information that came out, how did he get it?
That's a secret. We have a secret person who gave us that.
Was it Lorne?
Is it who?
Lorne.
Lorne? No. And I offered him $1,000 to be here tonight, and he's not even here. But no, it's not Lorne. It's a secret person.
Okay. Understood.
And same for the lawsuit. It's a secret contributor for the lawsuit, and it's really fun, I think, to sue
Whatever happened
NBC.
to his hat?
And when Lorne was in jail, he actually asked to receive the picture of Kayla. He said, "I want to receive all the pictures of Kayla." And I don't
Yeah, what the hell?
Get up. You're joking, right?
know. He sued.
Well,
made
did
a
you look at
motion.
Kayla's pictures while he listened to that song, I Loved It First? He
He
cries.
said, "I want to receive all the pics of Kayla.
Oh
Send
my
me all
God.
their pics."
Sid.
I wonder if he decorated his jail cell with pics of Kayla.
I don't know, you just like
Yeah.
live with them.
what a sick fuck.
And make a nice decoration in my jail cell. Oh, God.
God.
So I guess we can go on to our first subject, maybe for the live talk. It's something that struck me. Lorne actually confesses he was abused in jail. He spent 2 years in solitary confinement, and he was beaten. And he actually complains at NBC. He said, if NBC didn't air my arrest, I wouldn't have gotten abused. And I don't know how I feel about that. I feel good, obviously, but I don't know. What do you think about what he was abused in jail?
Look, abuse. Sorry, you go first. I think abuse isn't really a subject to like laugh about, but like the things that he did and said, like we don't know what this man has done in his past and what he's gotten away with. Like maybe he did deserve it. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, I wonder, as far as for being in solitary confinement, was the fact that he was on, the show, was that the reason why he was in solitary?
Yeah.
Well, he actually says, like, when my show aired, I didn't know I was going to be aired on TV. When my show aired, all the wardens and all the other inmates heard about the show and they watched it. And then I got abused because of it.
I think he was going to get it anyway, regardless of, if the show aired or not, once they found out what he tried to do.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of morality in the prison system, ironically enough.
I'm from Pittsburgh, and I'm not sure if I'm one of the few who actually did a couple years in the penitentiary. I got in really big trouble over drugs, and of course, I took it on the chin and just handled it.
Mm-hmm.
And I actually made the news myself, except it was for something that's a little higher on the rungs. So I actually had guys coming up to me saying, wow, you were on the news. Now, we had some cops, when I was in the county waiting to go upstate, I was treated very leniently because of my military record, but in the day of scanners and stuff and everyone faking their orders, I had to wait for the Army to actually send my record. So I spent a year in the county, which is an awful long time because that's generally just, either you're released or you're sent upstate.
Right.
So I got to know a lot of the guards, and I became a trustee. And anytime there was a cop or a molester or something, they always brought them up, put them in the back of 6D, and 1 hour a day, everybody got locked up, and they got to go out and play. And we'd all scream and yell at them because we weren't allowed out for that hour. And as I got upstate, when I got there, I was one of the few people that actually had a degree, so I got a job as the mailman. And I had the run of the place. And I really didn't hate the PC guys because I had my own things to worry about. And so I was one of the few trustees who didn't pick on them when I would bring back their linens or their chow or whatever. And basically, the PC are in solitary, but they're with each other. Now, Lorne was probably on AC, administrative custody, because even the PC were picking on him, and it happens. So he was the weakest of the weakest, If the guys out there lifting weights in the center of the yard were the strongest of the strongest, the guys on administrative custody were the weakest of the weakest, and that's where Lorne was. I have zero doubt in my mind that's where Lorne did his time.
Do they have the request? Oh, go ahead.
Very interesting, Tom. But I guess the fact he did not abuse a child, just tried to, that's got to help him, no?
I don't see so, because there's a lot of guys, all right, there's a lot of fake gangsters. Say somebody accidentally cracks an old woman's head open stealing her purse. They're not going to share that, but they're going to want to be a tough guy, so they're going to be the first to find out. They're going to pick on the Lornes. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't match what people think of prison. I would have to say Shawshank was probably the most realistic prison movie I ever saw, which really ain't saying much. But the thing is, when you first get there, they try to pick on you. You're going to have that first fight. Better to have that first fight and lose, and then you're just too much work to get the cookie off the tray or whatever they want to offer you. And there's people who don't fight and they'll give their stuff up right away, and those are the guys at the bottom of a very weak pyramid, a very, very bad bottom of a pyramid. But the Lornes of the world, there's cats looking out to whoop their ass to say, like, see, I am a badass. I got daughters, I got nieces. I think that it'll goof up. So I could see it really being bad for Lorne, even more than your average molester.
That's interesting.
Do they have to get harassed before they're put in PC, or can they like get it right away?
They can drop a slip right away. In fact, they can write on a medical slip, help, I need PC, and they'll take them out of there. They'll lock everyone down and take them out of there. So Monaco prison, but yeah, they can get out at any time. Anyone can take PC at any time, even if you're going over to court and you think they're going to pick on you in the bullpen. You can slip a note to the CO or the sheriff saying, hey, these guys are going to beat me up in the bullpen, and they'll put you in your own cell. There's actually a PC cell in the court. Well, the bullpen is where everybody waits to go up to court, and you're putting on these fake faces of bravery. Some of us are laughing and joking. Some of us are just quiet, but they have a cage for the cats who shot a kid or molested a kid or whatever, and they are even separated during court. And I don't know if Lorne was or not, or if all the catch a predator dudes hung together. Because remember, if there's 5 or 6 Ians, it's going to take an awful lot to mess with you. So maybe down the county they had it made. But once they were separated into the state system, it was over. They were definitely on their own.
Oh, really? Huh.
But that's assuming that they had the balls to stick together now. Like they could have just started ratting out and getting PC immediately, because look at the other ones. At least Kentucky, and I was stationed in Kentucky and I was stationed in Georgia, and each time I got to my post, they said, do not get in trouble off post. You're going to set your watch back 20 years if you want to get along with local time. And they meant it. You get in trouble in Kentucky, you're going to do some time. And same with Georgia. And if you look at, and I don't mean to be talking forever dominating, but if you look at their sentences compared to the cats in Atlantic City, where they said, don't you do that again, right, and they registered, compared to the cats in Ohio who got a month, and they're probably still mopping up the tears. And then you got the guys in Kentucky and Georgia who did some. I did 4.5 of a 3 to 6, and that felt like 1,000 years. I couldn't imagine doing any time as a predator, let alone, doing a nickel or 7 years. My goodness, that's unimaginable to me. And I did time.
Wow.
Was that why Lorne went to the canteen so often to like pay people off, bubble gum, or?
Yeah, well, pretty much. That's it. They're commissary, which might be one of the reasons Lawrence. My girlfriend stuck behind me, which was really cool. And then when I got to be a mailman, that was 45 cents an hour, which is really good money. By comparison, the guys in the kitchen get 11 cents an hour. But they can sell the food they steal. So who knows? Lorne might have been giving smokes to Mr. Big. I don't know. I always meant to comment on that.
So you burned that money like as soon as he got it.
Or them PC guys, a lot of them, the reason, that's a very good point. I didn't even think of it. A lot of the guys took PC just so they wouldn't get their commissary taken off of them. Like, I had a Walkman, and in the county, that was a sign of it's a stature, because not only do you have somebody who knows you enough to put the $60 on your books, ain't no one so far been bad enough to take it off of you. And so those PC guys, their mom gives them $100, they buy a radio, and then, they go out in the yard and get their ass beat, and somebody takes the radio. They'll go on PC, and that way they can listen to that radio in their cell. So I don't know. That's a darn good point.
So Lorne didn't want people to steal his like Doritos and stuff. Oh God, my Doritos! Oh, don't steal my milk, dude!
My God!
Of course.
My
What
craft
kind of
dinner.
do they have? Like, can Lorne, do you think he watched his bust, or the other inmates with him saw him?
You know what? Yeah, because there ain't going to be a separate bus. I was actually the same height as a guy who shot 3 people in a sandwich shop, so I was chained up to him. When you take that bus, that's the one spot there ain't no PC, because you're all chained together. Like there ain't much you're going to do when you're cinched, shackled, and chained to a person next to you sitting on a bus, and they got a guy with a shotgun in the beginning and the end. There's not going to be any trouble. But he was probably crying, and everyone was he was probably entertainment the whole way up. I mean, I cried a lot too, but it was in the middle of the night into my pillow, That public crying, my goodness, he might as well just put on a skirt and high heels when he got there.
Making the prison bitch.
It's completely over, though.
A very interesting point. I don't know much about prison in the U.S., I have to say.
I wish I didn't. You know, it just happened. Drugs.
I
Stay
think
away from
you
drugs.
just gave us like a new view on how Lorne acted in jail. It's pretty good.
Well, and what you said too makes sense. Going back to what Nathaniel did with his finances, where he was only getting $20 every 2 weeks, is because you are making shit money in jail. He was going through $10 to $12 a day when his mom was sending him money.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
It's to pay for a lawsuit.
There were days when he had like 3 cents balance, and then like as soon as he gets the money in, he spent it right away. So he probably went down there.
He returned something that was like 75
Can I buy this bubble gum?
You have to pay.
Bubble gum yet?
He had to pay for his lawsuit. That's why, he had to buy some envelopes and shipping. So that's why. Hello, Petting Bud. I'm glad you're here. Lots of people waiting to join. I'm sorry if you can't join. If you want to join the call, I'm very sorry. Like, it's 10 max. I hate it. I wish we could join more, but eventually you'll get in. Don't worry. I'm going to stay up all night if I need to.
What was the last one? It was over 4 hours, so you got to beat that.
Yeah, I listened to something while I was at work the other day, and that was the only thing that kept me focused all day, was listening to Lorne Radio episode 2.
I hope this one is good.
I hope Lorne's listening.
Oh, sure,
Lorne,
go ahead.
if you're listening, I love you. With all my heart.
Yeah, like earlier today, I looked down at my watch and I was like, it was only 9:30. I'm like, oh god, I wish it was 8:30 already.
Me too.
I was saying thank God too.
I just woke up like right now, and then I forgot about the radio, and I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
Lorne's a celebrity now.
He is. He's a force of
Love
nature.
from Australia.
Well, he's famous. That's what he always wanted. So.
Not the way he
talking
wanted.
into this.
So not to go off the cuff, but I have the question that would be like for everyone's opinion. If Lorne didn't do what he did and didn't get caught, who do you think would be the predator we'd all be worshiping now?
Oh.
Jeff Stacy.
That's a hard one.
I don't know, Jeff Stacy, I think.
Awesome.
It's just talk, guys.
It's a question.
What's wrong?
And I wish we had the Jeff Stacy's lawsuit, because he pled not guilty and the jury found him guilty in 15 minutes.
I wouldn't think it.
What a dope.
Well, remember, he was going to kill himself anyways.
I'm just going to kill him.
The world's latest suicide attempt.
During his questioning.
Well, he just sat in the court not paying attention.
If you find me guilty, I'll kill myself.
See, the internet
I'll hang
and real
myself.
life are two different things.
I can imagine
That's
Jeff
a question.
I can imagine Jeff sitting on the witness stand going, "It's a question."
I know.
What's wrong with that? The jury and the judge, everybody just busting out laughing at him saying that.
Your Honor, I don't pay attention.
Oh, John Kennelly, Michael Willis say. We would be worshipping John Kennelly.
Ooh.
I
Possibly,
just
yeah.
went there to get something to eat.
Yes.
John Kennelly is just a moron, though. He doesn't have the charisma for our Lord and Savior.
Very good.
You mean he's just getting McWiener and hairy balls? Hairless balls, I should say.
John Kennelly looks like a constantly surprised alien.
He didn't even go to jail.
He only has one facial expression, surprised as fuck.
Yes.
Yo,
Like Greg said in his picture.
This thing before, is this working? Like, you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, I hear ya.
I love,
Yeah.
Awesome pick.
I love that pic with the children.
He doesn't have a chubby with that.
Man.
I
Yo,
said it
Nicole,
like for an
say hi.
hour.
Yeah. I don't know. There's
Listen, I didn't post. She's a huge fan.
Yeah, there's David K. I think that we would kind of like all
You
be
know
attracted
I'm
to
in
him.
trouble,
Yes.
and I know I'm in trouble. I'm not interested in getting any further in trouble.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
yo, serious question.
It's that slower.
Does anyone
He
know
did more
what
time.
happened to the house with his kid?
Oh, that was one of the Florida busts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Donald Morrison.
My
Oh my
mom's gonna
God.
take my computer away.
Yes.
Take my computer and complete and throw it
Faking
away.
it because we had the camera in the face. He was on the ground saying, "I just want to have my son back" or whatever. It seemed very
Oh yeah, that one. That was
scripted the way he was
disturbing.
He actually
to that.
blamed lack of intimacy with his wife for that. She took him back, and the family got the kid. So that's pretty twisted. I mean,
Yeah, that's fucked.
Say that one. What
Pretty
was
much.
that?
my wife would have killed me. My ex-wife.
Can you say that one more time?
He blamed his old lady on him having to do this. I don't know the details. I did read it, but she's one who came from work and got the kid. He blamed her. They got back together, and some of the grandparents got custody of the kid because she took him back.
Why would you take him back?
Wasn't she supposed to go with him?
Depressing.
Yeah, that he wouldn't be a good church figure because I just want to beat him up every time I see his face. At least Lorne sometimes, he's kind of like the class tard. I really don't want to pick on him, but that dude, my blood pressure wouldn't allow me to be in any kind of following of his.
I get ya.
So what are people's 2020's investigation of Datelines to Catch a Predator? And why it's not
I got a
going off
lot
the
to
air?
say about that, but I'm gonna let people ask.
I've actually never seen that.
I've never watched it either.
I see it on
Is it
YouTube.
good?
It was
It's-
jealousy because they didn't come up with it first.
Is it really
I-
biased
I
or what?
because of the Texas episode.
I just want to see Predators. If it doesn't have Predators, I'm not interested.
It's more about why Predator isn't on air now. That's more what I got out of it.
That show pissed me off. The ABC investigation. It's on YouTube. It's bullshit, and these people defend child molester, and I hate them for it. Just to make some
That's
views.
stupid. Is Mrs. Anti-Feminazi coming? I hate that guy. Oh
Sean
my god.
Hernandez? Mr. Hernandez?
Oh, I love him. He's nice. He's a good troll.
But he
Yeah.
he defends the
He's a
the
child
predators.
molester himself.
He's
You
in
think
my
he's a
book.
troll, but he's been doing this for years, literally.
He
Cool.
doesn't have
so
a very
he-
nice role in my book.
Oh, awesome.
So is he actually against them or with them? I'm so confused.
Hard to say. Good question. Good call there.
I'm pretty sure there's something wrong with his brain, though. Because even when
He
we
did
call him
say-
out on shit, like, we know you're not a woman, we know your real name, and he just, like, doesn't even acknowledge it. He just ignores it and then tries to pick arguments with people who don't know who he is.
He's a pussy.
Kind
like-
of sad.
50 years
Just
old,
like
and
Lorne.
I quote him. He said, "Internet keyboard." Like, okay, mate. Okay.
You think Lorne is watching?
I hope.
No.
Yes.
I know he visits
Love you, Lorne.
our website. I
No,
know he
Thursday is
visits our
karaoke
blog.
night.
Yeah.
Oh, Nathaniel, what happened with your website? Who took it down?
Lauren.
Are you serious? Is that legit?
Yep.
Yeah, it's Lauren. He took it down 1 time and a half.
Yeah, he copied and pasted a cease and desist letter he found. He just changed a couple words.
Yeah, it was not fun to solve.
Go watch
See-
Nathaniel's video called Lorne Armstrong Legal Mastermind Episode 1. It is
Yeah, I've
hilarious.
already
If
seen
you want to
it.
see the lawsuit paper.
Arm-
I've already seen like all of his videos.
Arm screen. That's
I had a good intro to that video.
I feel special.
Like, I love everyone's videos.
You
Like,
love
I watch
special.
them, like, so much.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank
trying
you.
to start making videos. It's really hard with school and work. I'm working today soon. Ugh.
Yeah, we need more people making videos. No matter
Yeah.
how good or bad they are, like all of them are hilarious. Anything
It
with
is.
Lorne in it is awesome.
It is.
I absolutely love the prank calls. They're so funny.
Oh, yes.
Especially when he starts
Lord.
singing.
Yes. I like the musical numbers that Shaman does.
Yeah, Shaman's the best.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you guys listen to that
Shaman
Camcorn
has-
Music channel?
The Lorne Armstrong show is just masterpiece. There's same with the Barney one. Yeah, those are very, very. He's a talented young man.
Yes.
I also love the analyzations, like Nathaniel's video series of John Pierre Wary.
Yes. Oh,
Freaking
that was
amazing.
like a 5-part, 4-part thing. Oh my god.
Well, no, Nathaniel one day is gonna be a guy that you can go and you sit and talk to about your problems, and he can analyze and. Gonna be
Hey,
the
Nathaniel, looks like you have a new field of work for you. Maybe you should be starting charging people money for that.
I
Yes.
studied psychology, actually. I loved it. I decided to leave for a few reasons. I don't really want to go into that, but it's not... Psychology today, it's not about helping people. It's about making money, and I didn't like that. So I went to study the
Really?
law. Yeah, I did a year in psychology in my
I'm thinking about
university.
studying it in. Yeah, I'm thinking about studying it in university. I don't know.
I did it here, like in my country. It's not perhaps the same thing in Canada, but here it was really about... You don't learn much when you study psychology. It's just like learning how to... I don't know how to say it. It's just not... You don't really want to help people. You just want to make money. Most people are there for
Like
that.
scamming people like Lorne did.
Basically, you try to just make it as long as you can. You don't try to solve. You just try to, drag it on for years, and you make a lot of money, like for years out of your customer. So I didn't really like that. I left that. I went to study the law. I went to law school. I did a year. I didn't really like it, so I left. And that's pretty much the story of my life.
Hey,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think Australia is kind of different because you have different degrees like with all these other subjects, and I think it's completely different here in Australia.
Oh, yeah, that's possible. Here in Canada, it's not the same system. Like, I did a video about that, but I never uploaded it. But here, we don't have a sexual registry or stuff like that. And usually, child molesters, they
Really?
don't... Yeah, the biggest sentence I've seen was like 30 days in jail for a child molester.
Really?
Yeah, I made a video about it. I didn't upload it because it's quite depressing. I might upload it
Yeah.
to show you just to... It pisses me off to watch the video. That's why I didn't upload it. But it's a guy who raped 2 kids for like 25 years, and he was sentenced to 9 months in prison.
Wow,
Wow.
that's nothing.
No,
Yeah.
like here in Australia, this guy, he's like 60 years old. He got arrested for molesting 41 kids. He only got 4 years. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you guys have all
Disgusting.
seen that video that's on YouTube of that British guy, that really old British guy. He's like, I never meant to do it. And
Jeffrey
he lives in
Leonard.
the same neighborhood as the house of the kids that he molested.
Wow.
Yeah, and the reporter was trying to talk to him, and he started screaming in his face and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
that
was
That guy is totally out to
like,
lunch.
I never done this.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Who's that singer for that band, the Lost Prophets, who it turns out he was into some really sick shit, and I think he went to prison.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
Yes, that did him in.
Yeah.
How do you go about getting your child baptized at this church?
That's a good question.
Well, first you need some.
More importantly, what does it entail?
Do we want to know?
Peter Scully in Australia. Okay.
Scientology was built on a lot less. It was L. Ron Hubbard needing a couple bucks and a bet with Robert Heinlein. So you really do need to get along with the accountant and decide who you're ordaining and all that stuff. So that's a really good point.
You learn about the social construction.
For those in the Hangout in the group chat, I was trying to post a link so you can ignore that big thing that I just put on there. That was an assignment for my one of my classes. I'm trying to post a link to a YouTube video that actually introduces that guy. His name is Jeffrey Leonards, but it's mixed with the Jeff Stacy footage from him being at the house.
Oh.
I remember Jeffrey Leonard. That guy, I don't know why anybody didn't kill
Maybe
him.
he is Jeff Stacy.
Hey, brothers, you want to have a smoke outside? No?
So I guess we can move to a subject, maybe. That's a question I have about it. I don't know if you've seen the new picture of Lorne in his yellow shirt. Is it, or he looks happy? He looks good. He looks well.
Yeah, he's like got a smug face on.
I think it's pretty.
That's the fake.
He was proud because he
file
had a
that-
different colored shirt.
It's down there. It's someone's profile picture.
I think he
That's
looks.
the face of a pet who got caught and spent years in jail and aged
Yeah.
fast.
That's
He
the
looks
face of a
neat.
guy who's saying, "Look at me! I have more than just a blue shirt, guys."
I was depressed that he didn't have a blue shirt on. I'm like, I felt like I was betrayed.
He's gained a bit of weight, I think.
Well, like, I was watching a movie called
Lots of
Hard
free
Kick
milk.
Girlfriend Nicole. If you've ever seen that? About a pedophile. Like, it's about a pedophile, and a girl comes over, meets him online and everything, and she tortures him. And side at the end of the movie with two choices. And you watch it, and you almost feel not bad for the guy, but you kind of sympathize with them, sort of, and you get that feeling of guilt or something, whatever that feeling would be. Then you compare that to the like that, and I mean, I'm sure Lorne would have rather had the two choices that guy had in that movie. I mean, Lorne's fate is due a long time ago, but we just don't let this die.
Huh. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to jump in on that one because when I got out, it was very, very, very difficult to get a job. And when I was in, I had it set in my head that I was going to do the shit jobs they have for convicts, like wash dishes, work at McDonald's, whatever. And when you have a degree, and an advanced degree, you have to put it down. You can't, like, not putting it down is lying on your application. And the managers of them dumps don't want you there because they think you're going to take their jobs now, I swore. And it was just a nightmare getting by. I was actually rolling up newspapers a penny a piece and sticking them in the plastic bags. And I thought 6 years of school for this. And there is piecework in the United States. I didn't know there was, but yes, there is. And eventually, the VA hired me as information technology specialist 2. And they hired me. I was there for a year. 10 days before I got in the union, Homeland Security pulled me, even though I told all the truth on all the forms. For me to land a job, I ended up having to go into business for myself, and I'm glad I did because I make very, very good money. But when people I don't want anyone really messing with John Warren's job because recidivism, when all this breastfeeding and crying about, oh, why do they end back in? Why do they sell drugs again? Because we can't make a living, and I was really close to selling drugs again. If I wouldn't have had a decent ex-wife who was okay with me piling up the child support until I got some money, I would have probably ended up back in. So that is a sore point with me. It is very difficult to find work once you get a record in the States, and the excuse of don't get one, well, that doesn't wash because nowadays, we got a militaristic police force now, and eventually every one of us is going to have an uncle or an aunt who did time, and that's the worst part of having a record. The prison part I could do again. It wasn't all that different from the Army in a lot of ways, but the trouble of earning a living, that was very, very, very difficult. So I think I'm really glad you guys brought it up because that is, sympathy for the devil. A man or a woman has to earn a living. And it's good for everyone else because if it's a shit job, you're not tying your money up, you're spending it immediately, and that's the point of it. That's why they call it currency. But if you're, making good money, and I'm probably going to end up hiring a guy, then you're helping that way. But on the whole, that is the biggest cause of recidivism. Minus molesters, I think they're just screwed in the head, and you might want to really look at putting them in for life. But for guys like me who was, you know, I got caught up in the drug game and the money, and you know, if you want to keep me off that, well, I got to earn a living. And that I would like everyone to take away from that tonight. Just think about that. You got to earn a living.
That's a very good point, and you know, I think there's something to be said for employers who are willing to give you know, people with criminal records a second chance like that, because yeah, I mean, if no one will give them the job, that they have no choice but to commit crimes.
One thing that does shock me about Lorne is how easily he got a job, actually. He writes about it in one of his letters. He says, "Oh, I already got 2 jobs lined up when I get out of jail." So I was surprised about it.
Yes,
I wonder if it was like his family hooking him up with that jobs or something, or you know, his mother Gwendolyn going, "My son needs a job really bad. Can you please help him?"
Plus, he's essentially uneducated, and it actually helps. You know, I mean it as far as having a record goes. Him barely getting a GED or whatever, I'm sure that didn't hurt.
I'm curious why Lorne didn't change his name. That's what I would do if I was him. Just change your name.
I think there's laws around that. I mean, you know, you can't do that to get, you know, out of, you know, to hide a criminal record.
Well, not to
Maybe he
mention
called himself Frank for a little while.
Social Security
But I thought
number.
Frank is one of the aliases.
Right. Yes.
Well, and also, like to add about the changing the name, it would also cost like a lot of money that, like, Lorne does not have.
Right.
Oh, I'm sure he could file a motion to get out of paying those court costs. He did that for every freaking lawsuit he did.
Lorne's broke? When did this happen?
Yeah, that's jive. Because I worked you're not going to get an expungement unless you pay all that shit off. And to have to sacrifice and pay for that, and then to see that chump get it vacated, that irked me.
No, I think that I don't think that Lorne would be able to change his name based on the fact that things where he's registered on the internet, like if you spell one letter of his new name incorrectly, then no longer are you looking for the same man.
People in chat are bringing good points about it. Like, I wish we could invite more people. Like, it's really badly done, really, the Google Hangout. Sorry about that. Skype was 25 people, but not everybody could get Skype to work, so I decided to go on Google Hangout. It's also going to be uploaded to YouTube. But people bring good points about Lorne. Like, they say some people do much lesser crimes than that. They don't actually try to rape children, and they end up not getting a job when they get out, and they end up not even being able to pay their house things, you know. But Lorne, he has a bed. That's a big thing for him, you know. He finally has a bed. He has a good life today. He makes a lot of money. He makes more money than me.
What I don't understand about Lorne, though, is
that bed off to not get raped or something.
Rough country.
Nice dog. Is that Bud?
Pet Bud one last time.
My dog is legit, like, sleeping right across from me.
Yeah, I never thought whatever would happen to Bud. I never thought of that.
I would adopt Bud.
I have no doubt that he was taken away and put down. I didn't want to bring that up to be a bummer, but
yeah,
trust me, the cops could care less. And I don't mean that bitter or anything.
Well, it's probably for the best. The horrible things that dog saw and smelled.
I got a cat here, so he don't care. He can care less what happens to dogs. So
his name wouldn't happen to be Smokey, would it?
No, this is Tristan from the opera. My other cat, Willoughby, I got him old. The reason I got him old is because everyone picks kittens, and he was 7 when I went to the shelter, and I had him for another 11 years before I got him as soon as. Once I got out of prison, I had to get a crappy little apartment in one of these mill towns around Pittsburgh, and I couldn't get a dog. I mean, there was a highway. It was tiny. And for the first time in my life, I got a cat, and he was awesome. And then I ended up getting this one. He was an abused Persian, and he was incredibly twitchy and hides and stuff. But after a couple of years, now he'll chill with me like he is now.
Pittsburgh, that's my hometown.
Maybe just get the glass half full or whatever, but I think that people when they do these things, that they're aware that these are probably, or hope, I don't know, I'm sure they're aware a lot of them are single men that may have animals, and that maybe they distribute the animals, or they ask people that work for that company if they would like the dog before they would just jump to getting it euthanized.
You think Bob got euthanized? I think he did.
I
He
have
probably did after being in a shelter for a while, because it's hard to imagine that anybody would usually adopt an old dog, but people adopt dogs every day. But I imagine with all the overcrowding and everything, he probably didn't get adopted.
I know where I live, that dog would have been taken instantly, age or not. Like, for some reason, people around here, it's just, like, there's no dogs in the pounds, even old dogs.
Really?
They get a dog.
Yeah, I used to volunteer at a pet shelter, and it used to be free to get any pet that's over 5 years old. But like, if you want like a puppy or something or a kitten, then it would cost more money. But if no one wanted the older cat, we would send them off, and I had no idea what happened to them. They wouldn't tell me, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I picked older animals, because I figured they just did not have a chance. I mean, I grabbed a 7-year-old cat, and this one here, he was 5. I've had him for 5 years now, so
Yeah.
like at the end of Blade Runner, who knows how many days we have?
Sure, absolutely. You know, I think the thing with Bud is just, one thing I've noticed is that people tend to want purebred dogs more. So it's like shelters mostly have mixed dogs.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's, of course, I just, to me a good dog is a good dog. We have 3, and all of our dogs have been about between the ages of 1 and 3 when we got them. I don't like having puppies just because, people get the puppies and they're cute, but you really need somebody who's going to stay home with a puppy because, or they can be very, very destructive.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, a lot of work. They chew a lot, so, they're really cute. I love them to death, but, we both work, so...
Well, the only animal from the show that we know for sure stayed around for a while was the guy that wanted the cat and the whipped cream, because that cat was obviously taken and collected to ask for evidence.
That was a good one.
Yeah, it's inserting into evidence one half-shaved cat covered with cream.
And he gave very specific instructions on what to do.
Exactly.
A lot of guys.
That guy got deported, didn't he? That guy?
No, I think he was a citizen. Crazy Trini is a screen.
Marvin something?
Crazy Trini. David Schumacher.
Some mic is bugged off, perhaps. No. Okay.
Well, going on the topic of Bud, how many of you got depressed when he was talking about offering to bring Bud on that 6th phone call the night he was supposed to go to the Bowling Green?
I did. And Nathaniel did a 3-part video series on that.
Yeah, I watched that. I was depressed. I was like, he offered to bring Bud and he didn't bring Bud. That would have been amazing.
And then he was like, you want to play with Bud? And then he's like, all right, you can play with him for 5 minutes and clothes up.
Clothes are coming off.
Yeah.
Do you think Lorne would have, like, say he actually did go and he stayed there, do you think Lorne would leave his dog by itself for, like, 2 days?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think Lorne would.
I don't think he would.
Yeah.
He would.
Yeah.
He probably would have left, like
Sorry,
a
Bud.
pot pie on the floor for his dog to eat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bud was a possession more than a friend, in my humble opinion.
Right.
And pictures.
I imagine Lorne's apartment smelled really bad, too.
Yeah, Lorne's like the only person that I can
I think so.
through the internet.
Yeah.
Just looking at a picture of Lorne gives you a certain stench.
Yeah.
I stared at it for 1 hour.
I have a question for Nathaniel.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. Okay. The high school picture of Lorne that we found. It seems like every day we're finding out new things about Lorne. It's like peeling away the layers of an onion. And
That is great.
yeah, have you or anybody been able to contact any of Lorne's classmates and get some, first-hand information?
Ooh.
That's the next step. That would be awesome.
That'd be pretty fun.
I think it's John Patterson. He found a picture of Gwendolyn. That was quite something. Lauren's mother. She's on Facebook like a Christmas party. She seems like a sweet old lady, I have to say. I did write to a few of his classmates, but you never know if the information they give you is valid.
Yeah.
Like I heard that he was like caught masturbating on the bus once. Maybe you read about that.
Are you serious?
I can believe that.
That's the space of that whole concentration out of his realm.
I can
Someone
totally
actually
believe
saw his little dick.
That's what I heard. I know he got bullied in high school. A lot of people told me that. That's not good.
I wonder if he was sitting next to a girl on the bus and telling her, "Hey, look at Mr. Penis."
Well, thanks to the picture, we've all seen it now.
We are anxious to touch Mr.
I have a question for Nathaniel if he's got a minute.
Sure.
Oh, Nathaniel.
Okay,
Migration Church of God, and I asked you about how it would show up as a credit statement. So I'm just saying, for people that are listening that maybe they want to make a donation but are scared as to how it may show up on their statement, and which would bring to another point you talked about how Lorne actually at one point wanted to sue everybody in the Church of God. So maybe if you could just talk about how Lorne's argument didn't work out, and B, why people shouldn't be afraid to make a donation to the church and how statement.
Speaking of that, I've been really impressed. So many people like contributed. I felt a little bit bad. Like so many people donated money, but I thank you so much. Like it's like 20 people got the extreme package. Like I didn't expect that from. So thank you so much. As for how it shows up on your credit card statement, I don't have a PayPal account, so I go through my brother, and he has a company, Interweb something. I think it's
that's how it
Interweb
showed
trading.
up on mine because I just donated a few minutes ago.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
it's Interweb Gaming or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays League of Legends and all that, and he has a company for, I think, coaching. I'm not sure. And that's what he shows up. About suing, don't worry, your information is confidential. It's PayPal. And Lorne doesn't have, I think it's pretty obvious when you read the lawsuit. He did, I think, 9 lawsuits, and he lost every single one of them by a landslide. So there's no worry about it.
Lorne bringing a lawsuit against me is like pretty low on my list of worries. So don't worry.
I think he would win, seriously.
But what does he think he's going to do, especially for people like me and like Nathaniel who don't even live in the USA?
Well,
like,
I
what are
can
you
tell
going to
you
do?
what,
Get a lawyer to come out? Like, that would cost a fortune with him.
he's still
Yeah,
suing.
exactly. It's going to cost a fortune for me to come over to America. It
It's not
costs
like
like
it's not like we're
$4,000
rich
for me.
I think, if I remember right, Nathaniel mentioned it in the last Lorne radio that because the web host is based in the U.S., he would be under DMCA at that point.
Yeah, but I could move to a new web host, but my web host is awesome, and the DMCA is unsubstantiated, and they even told me I could even sue him if I wanted to for making a false DMCA.
Shut up! Oh my god!
Sue him for all of his... Do it.
Just do it!
It's a crime to submit false information. It's a perjury, I think.
Sue him for all his shirts.
Yeah, I mean, you could sue him. Probably the most you could do is get a judgment, which, of course, trying to collect something from Lorne would be...
I have something about that in the lawsuit when you download it. Like, somebody sued our Lorne and Savior. He was sued in civil court, and they won. And I won't spoil it for you.
It wasn't Durango.
Durango Mango is coming? Yeah.
No, it's not Durango. It's in Washington State, actually.
Someone sued Lorne?
And they
Nathaniel.
won.
Awesome.
When was it?
In 2001.
Are those files on the webpage now?
Yeah, it's on the webpage. Everything, 1,300 pages, and these cost a fortune, by the way, to get.
God, I'm going to be reading that for weeks.
And I want to say one thing about that. Right now, Lorne is still trying to vacate, meaning cancel his sentence. He's still trying. I have to applaud his perseverance. I mean, Lorne, you don't give up easily, man.
What is his most current lawsuit? Like, what year is it from?
2015 in May. He's going to appeal to, I think the next step would be the Supreme Court of the United States. That's pretty much all you have left if he loses that one he's doing right now. But he's still saying that he's a victim and that it's NBC's fault, and he wants a new trial pretty much.
Ain't happening. Dream on, kid. Dream on.
Well, to be fair, wasn't experienced and was intimidated by NBC and Chris Hansen.
Yeah, his lawyer didn't know what he was doing because he was just shell-shocked by Chris Hansen. I think it's hilarious that he blames his public defender. It's like, look, your cheap ass had any money, you could hire an actual lawyer, you dickhead.
Right.
I have to jump in on that one. He had a court-appointed lawyer. The public defender's office can't defend a bunch of co-defendants. Now, they weren't technically co-defendants, but he got a court-appointed, and those are the woman I live with. Her uncle, who adopted her, is a famous attorney around here. That's one of the reasons I got what I got. He gets court-appointed whenever there's a draw on the public defender market. A court-appointed lawyer is a good lawyer, and those PDs ain't bad. I mean, the older ones are duds, obviously, but the younger ones are usually chicks right out of law school, and they have a fire to them. You know, they really do very well. So, I think PDs get a bad rap, except for the older ones, because they're just lazy and punching a clock, basically. However, he has no right to complain about his legal counsel. Look up who defended him, and then go to the bar and look up their remarks. He had very good representation. That alone will piss a judge off.
But Lorne's the expert since he read a few law books.
Yes.
I'm thinking about that.
He read Law for Dummies.
Can I say something about his lawsuit?
Paralegal.
I'd like to see the media circus that happened if he got all the way to the Supreme Court with his case.
And if he won.
I think he just googled civil cases and was just looking at every list oh yeah, I was negligent. Oh, look at all this shit. This is what happened to me.
Everyone says that. Exactly. Exactly.
I'm downloading a lawsuit right now. I'm excited.
The lawsuit.
It's like 3 times longer than the chat.
There's a part in the lawsuit I really like, and I want to just say about it quickly. When he's writing to appeal for the 7th time, he says, I need a motion to extend my filing time because my legal advisor had just gotten out on parole. I'm like, what the fuck?
His legal advisor had just gotten out on parole? He's probably just using another inmate card.
Sure.
It's your dog.
Life's greatest teacher.
Yeah, that's a very good
point. Oh my
point.
god, my dog just jumped on me.
Oh, darn it. Sorry, guys.
Is that a big black dog you have? Kind of reminds me of Bud.
He's very affectionate, sorry.
Oh, Sam is here.
I'm Bud. I'm here.
Oh, Sam would like to join. I'd like to invite him. If he has a few minutes to join, Sam.
I can jump out.
Are you sure? I can invite you after. I don't want to kick everybody.
No, it's no problem. I'll just jump out for now.
Oh, that's cool, man. Thank you.
I want to look through this lawsuit for a couple minutes. So.
Alright, Frank.
I just wanted to say, dude, videos, all of them.
Oh, and Nash just.
I watch them.
I hope he can join us, at least for a few minutes. I feel without him, I wouldn't be here today.
Yeah.
Sam did everything. Fuck, I love Lorne. Sorry. I just invited him. I hope he joins. He has been working on some personal stuff, so he can't be there for long. Oh yeah, we found the Beavis. I don't know, maybe your mic isn't working. We find tons of stuff in the documents. Lorne is a pretty strange person.
What did you guys find? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now. Great.
Yeah.
Was his OUI in there?
No, we're trying to find it still, and we're still missing a lot of stuff. But Brother Josh might be onto something.
Has
What's an
anyone done
OUI? We
background
don't have
checks on him?
ACO.
Sorry, yes.
Yes, I'm back. I got my
What's an
stupid computer.
OUI? We don't have that here.
AOL.
Oh, Sam is there now.
Welcome, Sam.
Damn.
No audio? Oh. But now. Anything?
Oh yeah, I love that picture.
Anybody?
Someone's TV is running. Yeah, that's. Let me. I'm sorry if I'm a bit absent. I'm trying to get things set up. Oh, Sam is there.
We have Brother Sam in here?
Anyone hear
Yeah,
me?
he's in the chat.
Yeah.
Sam.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes, welcome, Brother
Yeah, we
Sam.
can hear you.
Hey,
Oh, is he?
Good, good.
Welcome to the Church of God. I'm bowing to you right now.
welcome, welcome.
Hi, honey.
Am I loud enough?
Yeah, you're loud enough.
Okay.
Bowing.
Yeah.
Yes, all right.
Wow, you're just a young one, huh, bro?
I'm having
Hi.
to get the tech working on the fly, but thank you. I don't know who jumped out, but thank you so much to whoever jumped out. I won't be on long, so you can jump back in, of course. And I don't mean to take anybody else's spot here, but I couldn't let an occasion of this magnitude pass without at least connecting with my brethren and sistren in the mighty church of the world's greatest and truest religion. So greetings to all of you. Happy Lorne. Tonight is the first evening of Lorne. So I hope that we're all recognizing the occasion with the due and appropriate solemnity. And anyway, how's everybody doing? How's it? Looks like you guys have a good crowd, man.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good.
We're doing wonderful.
Well, there's just so much to talk about. And I don't have long. I have some family business that I'm in the middle of dealing with, so I won't be on long. But it's great to see everybody. I just have one thing that I wanted to do tonight as my contribution to Lorne Radio, and that is that in honor of the holy poems that the shaman made available to us recently, I'd like to contribute my own poem. So what I want to do is I want to take 15 minutes to write a poem now. And I'm going to ask you guys for a couple of things, and then I'm going to jump off, write my poem, and I'll come back, and we'll see how bad it is. But just so that nobody suspects me of having written anything beforehand, I want one of y'all to make a suggestion about a topic for the poem that relates, obviously, to Lornography. It can be anything as long as it's something with some substance, so I have a little material to work with. So that'll be the first thing. So does anybody have a suggestion for a topic that my poem can be about?
Poor Bud.
Bud?
Hello.
Hello?
I got one.
Anybody else have a suggestion?
Yeah, I have
Hello,
a
man.
suggestion.
What's that?
It's on. Can you see it?
The pot. I prefer the Marie Callender brand. But those are nice too. We know that he wasn't buying either one. He was buying whatever the store brand was.
The
Kroger.
banquet. He was eating the fucking banquet, if you remember.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Whatever the cheapest was.
Okay, so I've got Bud, I've got the Lull, I've got a pot pie. Does anybody else have any suggestions?
The lack of
For a band that-
the lack of deleted archives.
The lack of deleted archives. That
Yeah.
has some potential. You guys like that one the best?
Yes.
Yes, that's a good one.
All right, we're going to go with that. Lack of deleted archives. Okay, now, one last thing. I want 3 words, specific words, terms, or phrases that relate to Lornography. Nothing too complex. I've only got 15 minutes. Usually it doesn't take me that long to write a poem, but I want to make sure I do this. So let me get 3 random words that you all happen to like or particularly have an affinity for that are related to Lornography. I'll work those into the into the corpus of the poem. So hit me with some words, terms.
Garage.
Baloney.
Rose.
Baloney. Okay. What was the
Putney.
first one? Did I hear grudge or garage?
Garage.
Grudge.
Like in that phone call when he's saying, "Do your parents have a garage?"
Yeah, garage. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Baloney, garage. What else?
Rose.
Rose.
Princess.
Okay. Rose, princess.
Yes.
Anybody else got one that they?
Baby girl.
Open your heart. Maybe Claude is speaking to you. You know, putting something. Any other shout outs? Okay. So I've got okay. I like Baloney. I like garage. Which do you guys like better, Rose or princess? Let's go with princess because I don't know that he ever actually said the word rose. Obviously, the super rose is an integral symbol in our religion's theology. But I'm going to go with princess because he used that word daily. Okay. You like that? Okay. So I've got my material here. I am going to check out, and I will start I'm going to give myself 16 minutes, a minute, for any technical issues I may have getting back on. So I'll take that time and we'll see what I come up with, and I will see you guys in 15 minutes.
Awesome.
Thank you for the
Bye,
suggestions.
sweetheart.
I'll see y'all soon.
Bye, sweetheart.
Great. That's great. I'm happy. If somebody want to join, maybe I can invite. I don't know if you're still in the lawsuit. That's great. Sorry, Amish, you had your TV on, so you're muted somehow. I don't know why. Sorry about that. I can unmute you. I can't actually. You joined it twice, Kyle.
Yeah, I keep getting booted. My computer actually rebooted itself, and I use a Mac too, which is funny. So
Alright, I just kicked you out. So if anyone want to join, I'm gonna invite everybody. Like there's plenty of subject to talk about Lorne. So like I love Lorne so much. But that's true. That today, we can look back at what he said. If we look into the Lornography, what he said at the exact same time we are now, 9:56 p.m. What did Lorne say?
Yes.
He said he was showing her his penis for the first time.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Wow. Now, Nathaniel, just refresh my memory. Before the picture book came out, had we seen Lorne's penis?
No, we have not.
A picture, because you're scrolling through it, and then there he is, completely naked, and you're like, yeah. It's like, I'm definitely not eating or having sex tonight. Were those the first uncensored pictures that we've seen of him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
Unfortunately.
I'm not able to view that, I don't think. You can't, I don't own a computer, and I don't think you can do those, the picture book on an Apple iPhone.
Oh, really?
You should be able to.
It's a PDF.
It's a PDF, yeah, you should be able to.
Yeah, you should be able to do it in iBooks if it's a PDF.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've tried it. I'll try it again. Maybe I'm getting it mixed up with.
I can try it on my iPad right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to try that again then.
Let me see if I can't get it into my iBooks on my 6 or on my computer here, and I'll try it on my 6 Plus later, because that's what I'm using to get. That's what I use to get back in the Hangout.
I'm sorry if I'm not present. I am answering so many questions.
It's good that the show turned out as popular as.
Hey guys, sorry, I keep getting booted off. Probably it's Lorne trying to kick me off.
It's trying to kick you off?
Yeah, don't worry. It's just probably my internet or Lorne. Who knows?
Okay, okay. Because there's a lot I want to talk about. I prepare some topics in case we get stuck, but I suggest you go ahead with topics about learning you want to talk about. We have a lot of material if you want to discuss something. It's not working well. 1, 2, 3, 4. Something's not working well with the chat.
What's wrong with it?
Some people are leaving, like getting kicked out. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, my internet in Canada. Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that. So I won't be able to answer the questions anymore on the chat for a while. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Say hi to him, Buffs.
I'm still here. It's been working pretty good for me. It's a collective effort.
I think for me it was just my shitty computer.
Okay, maybe it's Lorne hacking us
same with
to end
me.
the show.
Yes, yes.
Guys, Lorne is DDoSing us all.
Well, if you don't have a topic to talk, so now I have some people in double here. See you come back, Sean. Hello. So I have a topic we could maybe discuss about among the new picture we got of Lorne, and I just want to say, if you didn't download the Lorne-gasm, as we called it, every single picture that we have, you can now have. It's on the file section of the Church of God. It's called the Lorne-gasm, and there's a picture in the group that is of Lorne's nieces. And actually, beneath them, like you see their picture of them together, two young women, basically about 14, 15. And the screen name they have is Baby Girl.
Nathaniel.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I was shocked to read that.
Yeah.
Because as you know, Lorne wasn't always a loser. When he was in Maine, he had a house, and he actually shows picture of his house when he's repairing his house. And he says, my nieces used to have their own room in my house. And that, I don't know, it's a bit like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like they have their own room.
Yeah, sure. He was. He probably was in there grooming them.
You think so? Yeah. I think
What
there's
kind of contact they have with him now, if he even talks to them anymore.
Yeah, do we know?
Why are there mirrors everywhere?
Yeah, really.
Uncle Lorne, why is there a camera in the corner?
Well, I'm gonna.
Do you play this game with everyone?
Yes.
I have some kind of insight on that. Like I did study a similar situation in the textbooks when I was studying psychology. What he probably did is they had their own room and nobody could get in or touch their room when they were not there. It was their room, not even him. Like, you know, he has a secret room. It's not necessarily like, how can I say, like they have their own room in the house and nobody can get in except them and him. It's like their room, and that's probably the room he went to masturbate. You know.
You relieve pressure.
Exactly. That's my guess on it. I have no evidence, but that reminded me of a case I read about it.
I had a theory on that.
Some like belief that.
That was
Keep
not
going.
long ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead.
Speak up.
Yeah, I had a theory on that not long ago on my channel about his nieces.
Yes.
Oh, I was muted?
No. Cal was muted. I don't know why.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I watched your video, Sean.
Yeah. I was possibility he could have raped one of his nieces or both of them or whatever when he was living in Washington.
Oh, that's right.
Honestly, with his record that we know of at this point, will we be surprised if he didn't?
Right, yeah.
I think he might have like fantasized raping them. I don't know.
I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure. Like, you know, he had like all these sick, twisted, you know, fantasies when he like masturbated. He probably thought about them and yeah.
Yeah.
He does mention the short shorts, and I thought that was weird. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah.
I let my
He
made
buy
him
a pair
feel
of
good when
tight
they asked
shorts.
for it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave his permission for them to
He
buy
has
shorts.
permission to buy tight shorts.
Ugh.
Oh, Lord. You idiot.
I remember the excerpt of your book, Nathaniel, when you actually referenced that situation. Yes, Uncle Lorne.
Is there like a process?
It's still in.
There's probably Lorne himself buying the tight shorts.
Is there a legal process where we look forward to seeing another picture of Lorne in the near future?
A legal process for what? For getting a picture of him?
Yeah, like he changes, like people change in their appearance, and he's a registered sex offender. So can we look forward to a newer photo or an update of Lorne?
Yeah,
He
every
used to
3
do that
months.
once a year, doesn't he?
3 months. Every 3 months. That's pretty cool.
I thought it was every 6
Every
months.
3 months.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
That's like cool.
And it must be humiliating, like to do that, to have to do that. How can somebody, like, it's humiliating. You go to a station, it's like the pedo station, and you get your mugshot taken.
Yeah,
Like,
you know
what
they're
the
all
hell?
looking down on you and like don't want to talk to you. I gotta get my mugshot done.
But that is so humiliating.
Yeah, I know.
See, I'd like to see like the mugshot collection of Gay Romano.
Oh my god. Can we
Yeah.
redeem
See if he
that?
still
Oh
has
my
that
god.
mustache every 3 months.
I'm not gay or anything. I'm just saying.
I'm a friend.
Look at one that got a new mugshot or pedo shot fairly recently was Mari Swollen. Do Google image search for him. He looks like a homeless guy now.
Yeah, this is another guy that had quite. I did read the story out of it. There's a thread on topics.com if you want to read it. It's fascinating.
That guy spent a fortune on his lawyers.
Oh,
$1
yeah.
million.
And it didn't help.
No,
$1 million.
no.
Well, he was a
And,
doctor. He could afford to,
Yeah.
spring for that.
Yeah, and it's quite the case actually. Like on topics.com, there's a group of people dedicated to him, just as we are with Lorne, and they track him down. And go read the ratemymd.com. There's some reviews of Dr. Morris Swollen, and there's a review.
It's great with
online.
kids.
Yeah.
Are they as funny as Clark's milk transport reviews?
Oh yes, I remember those.
You guys are awesome.
Hey, I just posted a link to his sex offender page. Look at that picture. He looks like he lives out of a shopping cart or something.
Oh my god, he looks like he lives
bad.
outside Walmart or something.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like a homeless guy.
Wait, is Walmart scummy? I don't know. I'm just trying to communicate with you Americans.
I'm not American.
And he lives in a shitty house too. Wow.
Yeah.
It's just so weird. Some of the predators must get like beaten up. Like if it's for neighbors, you go and you kick his ass. No.
I would do that.
Dr.
That's the
Lorne could
face
always
of it.
buy John Pierre Wary's house. Sure, he still has $300,000 for that piece of shit.
He
Yeah,
says
that's
at 11 o'clock at night.
Greater LA.
Maybe he lives in a trailer that he bought from Hard Chuck 1.
Well, that would have been a bargain. It was like what?
Well, hey,
$20,000.
Yeah, it was something like that.
That's a
25
pedo's
grand.
paradise right there for that price.
It came with a free copy of Hand Jobs.
There's a book I read.
Father, son!
Yeah, father.
You talk about this like it's a hobby, building train sets.
I don't know if you read the book that Chris Hansen wrote. I did read it, of course, because I'm obsessed.
Yes, me too.
I have a physical copy of that book.
I'll send it to you if you want it. I finished it. And he does talk about it.
Posted something? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I saw this on the forum. Your Church of COD forum. Just Wikipedia. Who did that?
That's awesome. Who did that?
Not the boat people. Lorne Armstrong.
Oh my god!
Lorne is also the messiah of a religious organization known as the Church of COD. There, we've made Wikipedia.
Oh my god! Come on,
We gotta
Check
see.
this out.
That's in the book. I don't remember that excerpt in the book, but I'll have
Is
to
that in the
find
book?
out and look
Yeah.
at it again.
Fuck, I love Lorne.
Oh my gosh.
Who doesn't love
Oh my
Lorne, this
God.
great man?
Oh, well, himself. He don't like himself now.
I'd probably like cry every day if I was born Lorne. Jesus.
Oh, I love Lorne so much.
Hey, look, everybody, let's hear your best cards.
God.
Oh my God.
God.
Oh my god.
I was saying St. God, too.
Massage chair.
I thought
Guys,
you had
I'm
blonde hair.
canceling to get off the internet.
Hi, honey.
Hey, Dankel, I thought you had blonde hair.
I got it. Do you like it?
Oh, I think it's pretty. I think it's very pretty.
Well, I want to kiss first.
Can I have a kiss first?
If I was, you'd be naked. Holy shit, that's disgusting. Do you have a garage? No. Oh, yes, we do. Damn it. You don't even know if you have a garage in your house.
How could you not pick up on
It could have
anything?
been right off the bat that Lorne knew that was a sting.
Like, he really thought, like, a 13-year-old girl's parents were going to leave and, like, not call her to check on her or anything. Oh, you could just come back to my house, he calls it.
Well, there is call forwarding. She could have the call forwarded to his cell phone, and then she picks up his cell phone.
Yeah.
Wouldn't know the difference.
We all love Lorne, but nobody ever said he was the sharpest tool in the shed.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Until he got caught.
Landing the shuttle to him. Yeah.
Lorne's the dumbest quad in the sea.
Oh, God. Oh. So anybody has a subject they want to bring about Lorne, like maybe some discussion topic?
I'm trying to think of one.
Because I have plenty, but I don't want to monopolize it.
What about his song? Everybody's singing it now, including me.
Look at the two of
Two of you dancing that way. Lost in the moment.
Meet
Each
each other's
other's
face.
face.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I went to that band's website and they had their video up and I made the comment, or their YouTube channel, and I made the comment, Lorne Armstrong's theme song. And I actually felt kind of cool because someone there actually like got the reference and acknowledged. That was cool. Yeah, maybe it was Lorne himself. Maybe.
Why did he choose that song anyway? Like, he says, do you know any country songs? That's not the first one that would pop to my mind. Why does he choose that one?
Well, it's
I think
his
he's
song.
trying-
He owns
it's
the
the only
copyright.
song he ever known.
I think he
Doesn't
was
know any
trying
other
to like
song.
make that love connection for Kayla. You know, trying to romance her a little bit. You know,
Yeah.
as Base Shaman's book, Lorne Chapter 1 said, he's supposed to sing to a girl over the phone. Why not something romantic like that?
It's not romantic, it's spooky.
It is.
It's probably
It's the top 100 greatest love songs of all time.
Well, he sang it because it's the only song that he owns the copyrights to.
Sure thing.
I
Oh,
can't
Wait, what do you
oh,
guys think that
sorry.
Lorne's doing for his birthday?
Sam has finished his poem. I'm very sorry to
Oh,
interrupt.
cool.
I feel bad. I would kick myself if I could, but I can't.
Kicking the
Well,
pants.
I'll keep watching. I'll kick myself because my wife's about to get up in a little bit and I got homework to do, so I'll keep watching.
You just joined, man. I feel bad about that.
Oh, I've been in and out. I mean, it was just my crappy computer. My computer's a little more expensive than Lorne's, but it's still pretty crappy.
Do you sleep on the floor?
But I
Okay.
added all of you guys on Google Plus. I did a circle in my own that's called the Church of God. I wonder if there's a way that we can make that public.
Okay, so I can re-invite you after, like, just to hear. I want to hear Sam's poem. Porn, sorry.
You know, I'll jump out and
porn you
I'll
sent
listen
me.
live so I can listen to Sam. So, Sam,
Okay.
if you're listening, I'm going to jump out so you can get in, buddy.
Bye,
Oh, that's
sweetheart.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye, honey.
Bye,
Feel
sweetheart.
free to invite me, though, when he's done if you want. So, I'll come back.
Okay, I'll invite you after Amnish. Okay.
All right, thanks, Nathaniel. Bye,
I have
sweetheart.
pleasure having you. Bye, sweet. And I want to say about Lorne, when you ask, are you anxious to touch my penis? The decoy must have felt so bad, like, on the phone. Like, I would have puked.
Yeah, you know she wasn't
I
expecting that.
I think the decoy
No
would be
reaction.
like laughing with all of her other decoy friends, like, oh, look at this Lisa man.
Like, I wonder what she did when he started singing. She must have put the phone on mute and just started laughing.
No, probably
I like the
speakerphone, and
picture
everyone's just
that
listening.
Sam got.
Like, you know, she's like got the phone like this, and everyone's just like
Yeah.
laughing.
She puts it on speaker for the entire organization of Perverted Justice.
Yes.
I want to give a shout out to Kenneth Fellow for the awesome prank call. Those are so funny, and I wouldn't be here
Prank
today
calls.
without him. Yes.
They
Thanks to
and
him.
Hambubka, whatever how you pronounce his name, is.
Damn.
I think he was first to use the new chat logs or whatever phone calls.
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
Brother
Hey,
Sam, it's you.
yeah, can you guys? Thanks again. I don't know who it was that jumped out. Thank you
That
again.
was me.
Okay.
Make sure you get back on as soon as I check back out. I'm not going to stay long on that. Can y'all see my picture? I want to make sure. Are y'all? Do I have a picture? Can y'all see my picture that I
Is
made?
this call record
Oh,
or
that was a
Skype?
pretty funny picture. It did it for a split second.
Does it come up when I'm talking though?
No.
No. Oh, okay. Well, that's a shame.
But I like him. He looks like an asshead, though.
Yeah.
Why do you
I've
think
got another
Oh yeah, I saw it once.
project in the works along those lines, but man, I wish everyone could see it now because it really is. He's got a beautiful physique. Deserves to be admired.
Built
So is there
good.
no picture at all of me when I'm talking? Is it just black?
No, I don't see it.
It just says something call recorder for Skype. That's all I see.
How about
Yeah,
now?
same with me.
There it is.
There
Oh,
it is.
it popped
No, no,
right
no,
in.
yeah.
That-
This
I'll
is
tell you
so
what,
funny.
my favorite part of this picture is that I didn't have to do it because it's all it's. I mean,
It's all the same
I
green.
didn't have to work on the color at all because
Yeah.
the skin color is the same. So it fit perfectly, and I didn't have to do anything to the color. Thought that
It
was
pretty much
Hilarious.
describes him, when he got caught, it describes how he felt. He felt like an asshead.
yeah. And every day going forward, we hope, right?
You somehow made Lorne more handsome.
Yeah, okay, well, I don't want to take up anybody else's time. I've got a poem that I wrote. I did adhere to I actually finished it in about 13 minutes, and I was thinking I might try to add a little more, but I thought I would go over my time limit. So I'm going to read this if everybody's ready to hear it, and I'm going to try to do Lorne's voice the best that I can. I'm no shaman, so it won't be in his league, but hopefully you'll be able to tell the difference, the parts that are supposed to be Lorne speaking and the parts that aren't. So if everybody's ready, I will read this. It's not very long and it's not very good, but I hope you enjoy it. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Untitled.
Look.
I don't have a title for it.
Yeah.
Archives. We'll call it the archives. The words that we write would be quite a sight if mommy or daddy e'er saw them. So said our blessed to his precious princess. So you have to delete all them. They'll soon be gone, yet they'll live on, parked in the garage of our heart. And at night, when I'm lonely, with just my baloney, I'll recall the words of my sweetheart. The archives had vanished, but what did Chris brandish when he played his dirty little trick? The text of Lorne's Heaven, numbered 407. This chatter was quite prolific. But his swift alibi, when caught by KBI... Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Let me read. I missed a stanza.
Yo, that's fucking fantastic.
Thank you. I'm going to jump back one stanza and pick up where I left.
Perfect. Did it really take 15 minutes?
Yeah, it usually doesn't take me that long to write a poem, but
Wow.
okay, I'm gonna read the last two stanzas again, so y'all can pick up the end. So sorry about that. I missed the stanza. Here we go. The archives had vanished, but what did Chris brandish when he played his dirty little trick? The text of Lorne's Heaven, numbered 407. This chatter was quite prolific. Was Kayla a lie? Lorne started to cry and instantly began to rue it. But his swift alibi, when caught by KBI, was that he ne'er even meant to do it. The end.
Wow. Did you write that just for me?
I did.
I think
wrote
Shaman
that
should
just
make
for
that
all
to a
of you.
song.
That was really sweet.
So if you like,
I have tears in my eyes.
well, my poetry tends to do that to people. Tears of anguish and regret, I'm guessing. But if you guys like it, I will post it in the comments on the video so that you can have the text, and if you want to read it again, you can.
You are the cure to my shore. If anything is wrong with me.
I really want to do a lot with the poems in the next few months because there's a lot of material to work with there. I know Nathaniel did a great video on them already, which I enjoyed, and I hope everyone got to see it. But there's really a lot of material there from a literary criticism, from the standpoint of literary criticism. So I'm looking forward to when I get a little less busy doing some work on that. I've got some other projects that I want to run by you guys, but I will save all that for another time. I'm going to jump out. Other folks can jump in. But thank you guys so much for contributing to this poem and for letting me contribute it to Lorne Radio here tonight. And it's just really great to see all of y'all.
Thanks for being there, man. Really appreciate you paying a visit.
Hey, I just want to say...
Delete your archives.
I just want to say, I know the shaman's not here, and I'm sure he's gotten a lot of love from you guys tonight, but we can't give him enough credit for the amazing things he's done for the church. And Nathaniel, this guy, man, oh man, such dedication and such really almost monastic commitment to this new religion. My hat goes off to you, my friend.
Thank you, man.
I'm just blown away almost daily by the work that you've put into compiling and collating all this information and distributing it, and everything you do with the website. I really hope you have a sense that people appreciate it, because I know I do, and I know I can't be the only one. It's just fantastic. And,
it's an honor, man, to have people write my stuff. It's an honor because I really do it for fun. I really like doing that stuff. And I would say one more thing. I don't want to monopolize the time, but I would say this. Lorne has really helped me grow as a person. He's made me a better human being. That's why I do it. That's why I love it so much.
That's cool. I mean, it's crazy that something like this would happen. You know what I mean? You don't know where that blessing is going to come from, but wherever it comes from, you have to have gratitude for it. And by the way, I got the chapter of the book that Nathaniel sent, my chapter, already, and I don't want to spoil anything. I'm planning on trying to do a recording of it and adding some music and some, make it an interesting thing for people to listen to. But I just have to say it's very, very good. It makes
thank
me
you.
very excited to read the rest of the book. And for those of y'all who haven't read any of the book proper yet, haven't been able to see any of it yet, you're in for a treat. And if you have it in your budget to contribute or to pick up a copy of the book in whatever distribution form suits you, if the chapter that I've read is any indicator at all, it's going to be a good investment, money well spent, and worth all the build-up. So I felt you deserve a lot of credit for that, because it's got great potential. I really enjoyed it. And
Oh, I'm glad you did. I was afraid you wouldn't like it because I wrote a chapter like a couple of days ago about someone in the church, and I was really afraid they wouldn't like it. So I'm glad you like it.
no, I thought it was great. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, your chapter is great.
Yeah, it's. Let me just say, my namesake plays a pivotal role in the narrative, and it's truly an honor.
Did you read Shaman chapters?
No, I haven't seen. The only one I've seen is mine so far.
Shaman chapter is something too.
Yeah. Well, it's great stuff, and when things settle down a little bit for me, I have some plans to record it, and anyway, it's really great. So anybody that's on the fence about getting the book, if you can swing it, do it. It's worth it. I think it'll be worth it.
Oh, thank you so much, man.
All right. Well, hey, really great to see everybody, and thank you so much for letting me jump in and jabber on for so long. I'll post the poem on my way out, and why don't we tentatively maybe think about trying to do our next meeting on October 18th? That seems appropriate to me.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, no, I guess that's appropriate. I mean, is that anyway? That's a month out, so maybe people can't plan that far ahead. But just back pocket it. It's something to consider. I think that would be an appropriate time to do the next episode.
Great idea.
Great idea.
Yeah, my parents are gonna be gone October 18th, so I'm free.
Well, I just got a new job and I only have to work 4 days a week, so I'll be off that night, and I don't have enough gas to go to my house, your house, and my house, so maybe I'll just come stay with you. And
I thought you were being serious.
next night. You have a garage?
I was about to ask
Oh, Tracy.
transport, and then I realized what you were doing.
Do you have any food? Because I'm out of money. That's going to be the main issue. I made my box of macaroni and cheese last as long as I could, but
How about your chicken pot pie?
yeah. After blowing my last 83 cents on that bracelet, I am out of cash.
And that's something I want to talk about. I don't know if you have 5 seconds. If you don't, that's fine. When he got caught, Lorne had a camera, and he said, because, you know, in the chat, he said he was going to take some pictures of Kayla naked.
Yeah.
He was charged. And he said, no, I brought the camera because if I ran out of money, I could pawn it. And I could get money for
Oh, God.
Oh, man. You know,
Oh, gosh.
there was a lot of talk about the camera. I don't think it's that big a mystery. It's pretty common, especially for a guy that was in his line of quote-unquote work, you know, his purported work, to have a camera take pictures of projects and things like that. So I wouldn't think that he bought that camera. I mean, specifically for the trip, I think he probably already had it. You know, a lot of people have cameras, but that's pretty funny. He was going to pawn the camera. That's, well, you know, the guy's attacked the G.
Well, he didn't still have the $30,000 that he stole from that lady.
I hope she's there. Shout out to her, by the way. If you're here, Durango Mango, just write to us.
Yeah, we love you, Durango Mango.
He did that, but you know what? Did he use that for the truck, or?
That's what I've always wanted.
Well, I don't know. You might know. He has become masterful at finding out information. I don't think anybody knows. I mean, the guy probably had bills and debts and people he owed money to.
Oh, so he was like robbing Peter to pay Paul, that kind of crap.
Yeah, I would imagine so. He probably already had the truck.
Yeah, he had to pay off a bookie or else they were going to take his hat.
Well, the truck was new.
Well,
No, it was
It was
old.
99. It was
It
old.
was in '99, yeah.
Yeah, it was 8 years
Probably a
old.
used
So.
car.
Wait, that was the new. I thought the truck was new. Oh.
No. Now he probably did. It seems like the most reasonable speculation is that he bought it for his trip. You know, that was he stole that money on his way out of town. He knew he was leaving, and he he found a mark to build some money out of.
He had to go to 1,000 dealerships to find the truck that was white with gray at the bottom.
Gway. The word is gway.
White with gray.
On the bottom.
Wonder if someone's still driving that truck around today.
And
Probably
doesn't
still
know
smells
his
bad.
route.
That's a good question. Somebody,
That
if
goes
there's a
to
way to get the, I don't know. Nathaniel may if you can get the VIN on it, we could find out easily. It's like
Really?
that's all we would need, and my guess would be that would be on the inventory list of his personal effects.
Do we know how Lorne obtained the directions or a map to get Kayla's house? Because I'm assuming that would be equivalent of like the star that led the plan.
The holy MapQuest printout. I'm sure he just used MapQuest or something. He made a comment about in one of the phone calls about the outgrowth of the trees around the house. So he was looking at Google Earth imagery. I'm not sure how robust Google Earth imagery was in 2007. I mean, I know it wasn't anything like it is now. That imagery had just come declassified, but I know it was rudimentary, but there was some imagery, obtainable even back then. So he probably just pulled some satellite images of that house and got directions off MapQuest or something. Easy enough to do. Okay, well, I've overstayed my welcome. I'm jumping out. But once again, thank you guys so much. I wish I could stay longer. Always a joy to talk to you all, and God bless you. And I'll post that poem on my way out. And you all enjoy the rest of your night. I'm looking forward to listening to the whole thing soon. And pencil in October 18th. Okay.
Take care, man. I hope things work out for you.
All right.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. I'll hit you up soon, Nathaniel. We'll talk about that other stuff we were talking about. And God bless you guys. Have a great night. And as always, bye.
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 Okay, bye, sweetheart.
I bet you Sam's just hungry. He wants a bologna sandwich. Just
You know what my favorite thing about the prank calls is my ask for one's last name, and he just says baloney.
I needed a sandwich. I was hungry.
Lorne.
I didn't buy ham or anything like that.
Yeah, that's too expensive. Ham. That's what the rich people eat. Lorne. And it was like it had a cheese slice in it too, because Lorne's not high class enough for actual cheese.
It was that bologna the inmates in Arizona rioted over, no doubt.
Okay.
That kind of brings up a question, though. What was Lorne planning on eating if he did bring Kayla back down to his apartment?
Baloney.
Wait, didn't he say if he had money he was gonna get a pizza?
He said, I was going to bring you a pizza, yeah?
On him, like as if, like he said, if I had money on me.
$12.
I could buy it in Atlantic City. You can keep the pizza.
No, you'll probably get a small pizza.
I was going to bring you a pizza.
Billy Boy pizzas.
Should have just brought double cheeseburgers with no pickles.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably getting one of those frozen pizzas from the grocery store. They're like $1.
Yes,
like
yes.
Super low end.
Frozen pizzas here are like $15.
Okay, so it's been 8 years since they first talked. Had Kayla been real, and had this worked out, Kayla would be like 21 right now, and Lorne is 44, I think.
Married.
Okay, so what would what would they be doing right now?
Baking pot pie.
He would have ditched her as soon as she had too much hair down there.
Yes.
I think so too.
Or maybe they'd be taking care of little Hannah and like who was the son's name supposed to be? Yeah. Brad.
My daughter's named Hannah, so I have umbrage over that.
Hello, Joel.
She's 22 though, so. Oh my God.
Well, she's too old for Lorne anyway.
Yeah, now, but at the time, she's actually the exact same age as Kayla.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm scared.
Seriously, though.
My
Lorne,
daughter's 9, so I guess I should be on the lookout.
If I had a
If her age
daughter,
is on the clock, she's old enough for Lorne's clock.
Lorne would
Very
have
nice.
because Kayla's aging, but it's all right. Lauren was gonna become a country singer regardless.
Oh, that's right. So he'd be in Nashville right now, making it big, like with Brad Paisley and
I
all those other country singers. I don't know who the hell they are.
I actually don't mind some of the melodies that Lauren uses in his tones of singing. To be
I loved her first.
I kissed her first.
and I love how she hangs up right after that. Like the deacon hangs up after that. It's like, okay.
His singing voice isn't bad, I don't think. I mean, it, like...
I don't think he would make it, though.
Oh, no. I don't think he'd make it, but, like... You know, I mean, I think he sounds better than the average person trying to belt out
He'd
a
be good at a karaoke bar and get,
That's
cheered
not all
on a
he's
bit.
going
Get a free
for.
hot dog.
I'm going to jump in on that one because I play in a band. Anyone who has any kind of a voice that you can control your pitch is going to sound good. I mean, that takes work. So naturally, I know he doesn't work on anything, so he probably has a natural control of his pitch. And even any of us here who would take voice lessons and be able to keep your voice in the same pitch and the same scale as the song you're playing would sound pretty good. And the great folks are the ones who have that built in and then continue to work on it. So in my humble opinion, yeah, he's okay. He's average. He would certainly be pretty good for, I'm Jewish, but I imagine he'd be pretty good for a church choir. But as far as, you know, I was stationed very near Nashville. I went there many, many weekends. And the reason all the prostitutes are so pretty down there is because they're all country western stars that didn't make it. And I imagine the other side of the fence has a lot of pretty boys that were doing the same thing. And it's a rough town. It's a very nice place, but it's like Hollywood. Everybody there is working on some kind of project. And when that falls through and you hit 40 years old, it's not a pretty thing. So yeah, he had a decent voice, but would he have a chance making it anywhere? I sincerely doubt it.
Oh no, he
What if
wouldn't.
one became a prostitute?
Well, because he didn't have like any of the it factors. Like he literally just the voice. I mean, he wasn't cute. Like.
You should turn down your microphone so it doesn't echo.
Better. Better.
Yeah.
No echo.
Okay, yeah, it threw me off too. I was echoing, but anyway, yeah, I think that he didn't really have any of the, he didn't have the it factor, like the star factor type thing. He had the voice, some of the voice, you know, but he didn't. I can't see him on an album cover. I can't see him greeting fans. He didn't seem to have the decorum to be a star.
I think he would be like winking at the younger fans, like,
oh, that'd be creepy.
Yeah. Like, if you're under 18, come backstage.
Where's my meds?
Yeah, he also, though, he didn't play any instruments, and he probably doesn't know anything about writing music. He was just, like, singing songs he already knew.
Yes, exactly.
And he probably is only good at one particular song, because people have, like, strengths in certain songs, and that's probably the only song he knows that he's good at.
Right, I mean, he has no musical training.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, with auto-tune and lessons, you know, maybe he could have become, he could have bettered his voice, but I don't know, I just don't see him with the personality.
Plus, it's work. I was in a working band for a long time. I don't now because I just didn't pan out. And I have friends who continue to pursue it. And you're out there singing every weekend. And during the week, you know, you're after work with your day job, you're practicing. And that all the auto-tune stuff, that's for folks that are established and getting old, in my humble opinion. He just did not. He didn't like to work, period, let alone work. And then, you know, he went to a karaoke bar drinking. That's not the same as hooking up with a band, trying out for a band, going and playing them shitholes where you're getting $25 and, you know, a couple beers.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work. There's a great deal of work just being a washout. And he just did not have any sort of work ethic. So
Yeah.
he would have been better off putting $5 on the lotto every week.
Yeah, I mean, anybody who sings in the shower can call themselves a singer, you know. And then there's people who are actually, you know, who have actually learned to treat their voice as an instrument and learn theory and learn songwriting and, you know, it's a whole different world.
Well, I think that you get out of life what you put into it, and I think he put way too much of his dedication into Kayla, and he's getting out of it what he deserves to get out of that.
Well, here's the question, though, is that he, you know, we know what he was doing when he was in his late 30s, but from the time he turned, let's say, 20, to, like, for 17 years, what the hell did he do for 17 years?
Now, that's leading into something I wanted to ask everyone. I don't know if anyone else here is a veteran. I was in the Army 6 years to pay for college. I couldn't get into the Air Force because I had a juvenile record. Don't roll your eyes. I just didn't.
It's what it is.
Shit happens, yeah.
I was in there.
I moved here from England when I was 10, and my parents had accents, and me and my brothers would fight everyone. And it just, you know, if you win, you're the bully. If you lose, you call the cops. That's how it goes. To be that as it may, I just really have trouble believing Lorne got into the Air Force. It's just, it's hard. He had to lie, and they booted him. I don't know. Because they wouldn't touch you.
Dude, that's fucking Lorne, man. That looks like that. Yo, bro.
He might have lied, and they booted him because I'm 51. And when I was in, the only place that would take you without a high school diploma was the Marine Corps and the Army. But that was phased out. I got $4,000 bonus for being an infantryman and having a high school diploma. I just don't see him getting in the Air Force. I just don't, unless he lied. And, I mean, I know you guys put a lot of work and effort finding the pictures of him in the Air Force. I say he lied on his enlistment and got booted. He couldn't have been there that long. Anybody's thoughts? I don't mean to jump in and bogart, but I want to hear what everyone thinks about Lorne in the Air Force.
I would doubt highly that he lasted like his full term.
And back then it was you did, when I was in, you did 6. Now whether you did 6 the whole time or I did. A lot of people sign up for 3 years active duty, 3 years reserves, or I did the whole 6. But I couldn't see him lasting a year and a half. I couldn't see him, maybe a medical washout. I don't know. I'm very curious about this Air Force thing.
Yeah, no. I refuse to believe that he had a successful military career. There's no way.
I would be able to track that down. I think part of that's public record.
Yeah, you can definitely do an FOIA request because I did it on myself. However, if you only have the name and the birth date, you're just going to get an overview, which is plenty. But if we get his social security number and say he applied for a job, say at my company or somebody's company, we would get his entire 201 file, and that would be pretty cool.
I didn't know. Did he say in the conversation that he was in the Army? Because I didn't remember that. I mean, I know
he was in the Air Force. Is what I thought he said he was in Alaska in the Air Force.
Yeah, he did. He said he was in the Air Force.
So how long was this supposed to have been? Because, like, even if he was in there, so let's say he was 25, I mean, we've got from when he was 25 to when he was 37 where we don't know what the heck he was doing.
You know, the service, everybody's young. People knew I was a sergeant because I was 22. You know, I'm serious. Everybody signs up at 18, so you figure he was either that or, you know, there are some, we would all call them, you know, Gramps losers that joined at 20. But I just, that's definitely, that'll be the assignment for the church I will take on. Since we got Lorne's name and birth date, I'm going to do a request on his records, but all we're going to get is an overview. However, it takes a while. Tracy, you weren't here in the beginning when I talked about me doing time. It takes a while to get records from the military, but that is my promise. I will, when we get back together on the last day of warrant, I will let you guys know that yes, I mailed
On the last day of what?
warrant.
It's like Lent, but for Lorne.
Oh, when is that?
Nathaniel, you want to jump in on that?
About what? You could do the military,
Well-
man. That would be great.
No, Lorne.
But I mean, explain warrant to Tracy.
You don't know what Lorne is?
I didn't. No, I'm new to the Church of COD.
Oh,
That's
no.
understandable.
It's like Lent, but for us, Church of God. Since you're a woman, it means you have to do some stuff that I don't feel comfortable discussing in person.
What do I have to do?
You have to comb the hair down there every night.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
It's on the church forum.
It's churchofgod.com/Lorne. You have to sleep on the floor, like Lorne, because that's normal.
Oh yeah, I sleep on the floor every day. I can't afford a bed.
Lorne is the,
It's more comfortable than the bed, remember?
Oh yeah, it is. This rug, oh yeah.
and somebody wrote about
Leaves
my
is
article.
everywhere.
So somebody wrote about my article on Lorne to say like remove that part, like people you're gonna end up as a sexual offender, because I say you're expected to go around the middle school playground and hang around.
Wait, we don't have middle school here. Where do we go instead?
We don't have middle school here neither. We have high school and elementary school. That's it, or primary
Yeah,
school. We call
we
them.
have high school and primary school.
And then you
I
have college.
school for Lorne.
Just find a kid. Number 25. If you have a girlfriend, you have to pretend you two are breaking up on Yahoo.
I want to break
That
up
was
with me.
so dumb. Why did they do that?
Does anyone want to break up with me?
Yeah, you have to pretend we break up so the cop won't be waiting for me. You didn't see a problem with it. Maybe the cop are listening to the conversation, but if we pretend we're breaking up, they won't be waiting for me at the house.
I love your impression.
Yes. I don't you have to put your underwear in a bag too if you're a woman?
What are you
Oh, I
going to
do
be
that every
wearing?
day.
Oh
What do I
yeah,
have to wear though?
forgot that part.
Oh,
Now, oh my goodness, I was just thinking, Lorne with the breaking up on Yahoo, he thought the thought police just periodically opened up chats, you know, and oh, what's going on here? Oh, they're breaking up. Okay.
They're breaking
Move
up.
on,
Alright, let's
move
finish this
on.
thing, guys. Alright,
Yeah.
come on.
Damn it! That Lauren foiled us again.
Just when we had him.
fuck, I love Lord.
That's part of it too, though. It's funny how much Lorne thought he was in control of. You know, with telling to delete his archives and pretending to break up all this stuff. He thought he had this whole thing figured out.
Yes.
I don't think he
so.
understood how the internet works.
That's what
the
I.
problem. Like, I think he needs
I don't know what
counseling
the
to get off it.
IP stands for, but that means they can find your house.
Yeah, I see it.
Hanson came
You
out.
can get IP off. Sorry, keep going.
Oh, I just was gonna say, I bet you when Chris Hansen came out on the show, like, and he thought for that minute that he thought it was Kayla's father, I bet he was thinking, "Baby, didn't you delete your archive?"
Yeah. He was cursing her for not listening to his steel trap mind.
No, but with IPs, you can get them off Skype. Like, you can just get some easy website and write Skype resolver, put someone's Skype name there, and you got their IP. Like, it's so easy to get someone's information. He doesn't even understand.
Do you remember the part where he says, "Oh, my internet might get cut off tomorrow, but I think they're just gonna cut off my phone and not my internet."
Yeah. Oh man, that's right. What an incredible insight for somebody who doesn't work in the industry. His insight and knowledge of telecommunications is spooky. Wow. I'm still amazed they caught him. You know.
Yes.
Just knock on the part of the Jakes. You know. That's all.
And speaking of which, we now have a new line that he said to Chris Hansen in his lawsuit. He gives a new line that's not shown on the show, so it goes something like this. Chris says, "What you doing here tonight?" And Lorne replies, "Honestly, I don't know." Like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's a catchphrase.
Not a whole lot.
Not a whole lot.
That was good. Not a whole lot.
Come here, Tristan.
I think it's just easier with my accent.
Yes.
Wait a
You have
minute.
to pronounce it here.
That's
So
not a.
at what point did he realize that that it was that Kayla? Because when he got arrested, I don't think that he realized that Kayla was an adult. I think that he might have thought that like the police tapped into his computer and found.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
While he was still in his mind, he was thinking like, okay, I'm gonna go to jail. This is bad, but when I get out, I'm gonna be with Kayla.
It's my
Fucking idiot.
Facebook page like still up.
I agree. I agree.
What I'm wondering is what the decoys would have done, the people chatting, if he had gone, because he knew the names of her supposed parents and their doctors. So a quick Google search should bring them up as doctors in the area. And what if he had done that and he once wondered why there were no doctors, with that name?
He probably would have.
They just moved there.
So,
That thought would never even enter Lorne's mind.
You're giving Lorne too much credit.
See, that's the first thing I would have done. I would have researched the shit out of this, but then again, I'm not Lorne. He's
I'm not dumb enough to meet people like romantically online from like the other side of the country.
can you picture like all the people who knew Lorne like prior to him like talking to Kayla and everything, and then all of a sudden like Lorne just gets like this pep in his step and he's cheery and he's all happy, and then like a month later you find out it was because he was talking to a child on the internet.
I'm wondering how many of those people would have been like, totally not surprised.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, that's just Lorne like that.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh, good old Lorne.
Like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
I think the reality of it is, and Nathaniel broke it down really well, is that Lorne has no necessities. Like, he has no value to Kayla. And that, realistically, that relationship would never exist.
What do you mean?
Because there's nothing in it for Kayla. Nathaniel did a video about it once where he talks about a girl that he knew. Nathaniel, you tell her.
Basically, the point it's pretty bizarre, but for example, in the latest phone call when he says, "I'm gonna go to Walmart so I don't get you pregnant," the way he presents it, it's like an animal. It's like a dog. Like she belongs. Like she's an object. Like, oh, I have my Kayla, but I don't want to get my Kayla pregnant, so I'll get some condoms. It's not like a love relationship. It's not like you have a girlfriend and you talk about that. Because the last time I had a girlfriend a long time ago, when you get ready to move to sex, it can take some time. And contraception is a subject that you discuss together. It's not something like, oh, I'm going to go get some condoms so I don't get my girlfriend pregnant.
Yeah,
That's not how a relationship works.
But also, here's another thing, is that it was like expected that they were going to be in bed the whole weekend. It wasn't even like, okay, this is my new boyfriend, are we going to play, I don't know what the hell 13-year-olds do with their boyfriends, like, are we going to play some fucking board game or something, like, are we going to talk about my hopes and dreams? Like, it was like, no, we're going to be in bed the whole weekend, like, and he just, like, assumed that it was just going to be sex.
Well, yeah, I mean, he showed her his dick on their first chat, like, within 20 minutes of first chatting to her.
And that's something that, like, that I've always wondered about in, like, normal adult relationships online. And with these perverts is that why are they so sex obsessed?
I got to jump in and agree completely. I actually met a steady girlfriend through the net, and we talked about books and movies, and I knew her favorite color, all this stuff before we even met in a very public place later on. Every one of those predators, like who was that fat one? Jeremy Todd. It was like, when we meet, you be wanting sex. Like, you fat fucking hick. Who do you think would fall for that? Every one of them was overweight, bald, creepy, and the first thing they did was talk about sex, and then they showed their dick. I mean, they deserved it. They deserved it. It wasn't no setup. They should have got an extra 5 years for criminal stupidity.
No, that's a good
I'm
point.
not against people meeting online. It's just when you're a man, you have to know there's a problem there.
Yeah.
They would never talk to a woman like that in real life, I would hope. You know what I mean? And then, on the other hand, if they tried to do something like that with a woman who, let's say, is 30, 35, she's going to be like, get the hell out of here with that mess.
Right. Well,
exactly.
I don't think that Lorne ever had a serious relationship with a woman.
I agree.
Yeah, me either. I think he's still virgin.
Well, define
well, technically no more, I would bet.
Other than his mother, no.
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 I don't think he's ever had a girlfriend for any length of time. If he did,
he has been a girlfriend at one time, though.
Right.
That's why he has AC.
Yes.
I think Taylor was his only girlfriend.
Yeah,
I think that was pretty difficult to get to 37 and never have had a girlfriend. That's crazy.
Well, have you seen Lorne?
Well, I know stranger things have happened.
Right, but the thing is, because I know just from my high school reunion, everyone kind of ends up with somebody, but the way he talked, his entire idea of a male-female relationship had to have come from pornography. It could not have come from friends, school, church, anything. Read we've all read the chat. Yeah. That is not how men and women talk.
And the fact he likes children, too, that's a big no for a woman. Like the fact that he's into children, that's not good for a relationship with a woman.
He couldn't hang with a chick his age. He wouldn't. They'd sniff him out in seconds. That's why they pick on kids, and that's why I don't think he was entrapped, and that's why I think that he had done this before.
Right.
Oh yeah, on his nieces.
Because remember the MySpace page where he had a previous relationship with a girl who was 13?
Ooh.
Wait, you guys don't, okay, so he had told Kayla about his ex-girlfriend who they had broken up with, but now they're just friends, and she was 13.
Oh, you mean the girl that they dated for a few months, but he never met her?
Mm-hmm.
She was only 13?
I didn't have enough gas to go see her.
I'm just back to what I was doing when I was 13, and I was trying to convince myself Santa was still real, and to think that there are people out there preying on 13-year-olds.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Trying to convince myself that Santa was real when I was 13, and to think that, oh gosh, it's just so silly.
At 13, I was playing Star Trek and sneaking a beer or two from the dad's fridge.
My 13th birthday was at Chuck E. Cheese. Well, this was back in the 80s when it was kind of it was kind of more of an arcade where it had all the latest video games, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I was 13 4 years ago, so it's kind of weird to see how different times have gotten. It's just I used to be playing on my Tamagotchi. I used to be playing outside. I had a life.
Yes, the original Star Wars came out on my 13th birthday, so I wonder if I'm the oldest pornographer here. I'm 51, possibly. So
wow.
I don't feel it, nor do I think I look it, but it'll happen to the best of you, God willing.
How old is Lorne now? Is he
45.
He's
45.
45.
44 is 45 in the month, and that's something I want to repeat. If you missed the early call for his birthday, I would like if people could send him like a gift for his birthday. If you don't have much money, send him a postcard.
I'll send us some
I wish I
condoms.
could.
I'll
You
send
don't
him
give
a
us address.
postcard from Pittsburgh. Sure, that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'll
Wait,
send one.
he's in Maine, right?
Yes.
Oh, like I've looked up this Clark's milk transport thing. What the hell is this that he does?
He urinates in milk.
Sends milk to houses.
Because he can't deliver to schools, so I don't know.
That's like
He probably
cool.
loves delivering to schools.
If I was, you'd be
This one
naked.
that I'm looking at that's in like an army suit.
No, but seriously, what he does, he delivers milks from he goes to pick milks from the farmers, and they have cows, and he charges the milk, and he brings it back to the factory, so it's transformed into pasteurized milk. That's what he does.
And so he apparently knows that he has a following.
Oh, he does. He does.
Oh,
No, he knows. He tried to take in the website like 2 times.
Wait, what he did? How did he? First of all, how long has the website been up? Because I hadn't been active since since I think about almost a year. I hadn't been active on the one video. And if anybody missed, my screen name is Tracy Gann, Gann.
I have to put it in the book.
I was quite active on there, and then in 2013 I went away and just for vacation, and I kind of fell off, and then I would post from time to time. But I Googled him a couple of months ago, and I saw the website was up, or maybe about a month and a half ago. And I was going to say, so how long has the website been up?
About 6 months, I would say. Good question.
And so he's tried to take it down twice. What has he done?
He's tried to he tried to sue me, and then he tried to hack the website. I'm not sure it's him. I'm not sure it's him who hacked the website.
Hack? What does hack mean? Hack?
Act mean an attack on the website.
Hack.
Oh, hack.
Yeah, act. Oh, sorry. Hack.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Yeah, so he
that's
tried to
sorry.
take down the website. He lost it.
So he tried to sue. What, for defamation of character? What kind of character does he have?
No, he tried to sue because
Armstrong.
he has the copyright to the song "I Loved Her First." And I violated his copyright.
He has the copyright song that was famous before he was.
He's the one who popularized the song. That song, nobody had heard about it before he sang it. Oh yeah.
Funny because it's actually true.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure if he Googles his name, he sees and looks.
He sees all of our profiles.
Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it?
Oh my God! I did.
Is anyone close?
This vagina lie.
Oh, is it bugged again at me? I receive so many texts and chat from people. I have to keep up with that. Some people can't join, of course, because we're full. And we have 2 new people in the call, actually. You joined. We have 3.
I haven't talked yet. Hey, guys.
Hey, guys. Professor Apai, Christian,
Hello.
and Brad. Welcome in.
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, guys. You're welcome to talk.
Wait, I'm not even sure if anyone can hear me.
Yeah, we can. Welcome to the
Yeah, I can hear
radio.
you.
Because I was
Yeah,
going
can
to
you-
say, I hope to God I have a daughter that Lorne marries so I can sing I Loved Her First at the wedding. That would be the best thing ever.
Oh god.
Can I be invited to that wedding?
Everybody's coming. I don't know. We're gonna have it in the Yahoo chat room though.
Instead of cake, you
Okay,
better have
well.
chicken pot pie.
Chicken pot pie and mac and cheese.
A
and
layer of
coffee.
chicken pot pie and mac and cheese with a cake, right?
You'll have to have a vegan option for me.
Oh my god, hey, you
That's what
vegan.
the mac and cheese is for. There's vegan cheese out there.
And a weak coffee toast.
Oh, that's you, Professor Apai. Is it okay if you're Chilean in my book?
Me?
Chile? Yeah? Is it okay?
Yeah, no problem. I'm actually a half Hispanic lady, so that's fine with me.
I recognize your accent. You're.
I know I don't seem like it. I actually look and sound more white, but
I would have said you're Chinese, ironically. That would have been my guess.
really.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, you play a very good role in my book. You'll like it, I think.
Hi.
You get to meet Lorne. Oh, okay. You get to meet our Lorne and Savior.
Oh, lucky me.
Daniel, I have a question.
That is quite an
about the
honor.
book. Is it going to be free, or do I have to buy it?
No, it's going to be free for everyone.
Okay, because I just checked my PayPal. I have absolutely no money in it. I've been buying too many games.
Oh, don't worry about it. I used to be so broke that I had
Yeah,
to
I
delete my
really want to
account.
donate.
No, don't worry about it. I don't do it like it's just to give a chance for people to contribute, and that's cool. People who contribute, it's really cool. I have much more support than I expected, but it's going to be free for everyone in the church. Don't worry about it. Like I used to be
I
broke.
really want to donate.
No, don't worry about it. It's fine.
We
I mean, if
have
you
to
want,
send the
that's cool.
copy to Lauren. Like, we have to.
Oh, please
Yeah.
send like 1,000 copies to him.
Oh, I will. It's his birthday gift on October 18th.
Figure out a way to call him.
I don't know if he knows how to read though.
He can't even spell his
Maybe try
fucking name
ducking
right.
Well,
Armstrong.
Armstrong, that was the most
Armstrong.
hilarious thing.
Oh, we don't hear you. What's his name? We can't hear you, Brad.
I wonder what he's thinking too. He's like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna leave it Armstrong.
No, can you change his last name to Baloney? I want him to change his last name to Baloney.
Baloney.
One Baloney.
Oh, baloney.
And it's, you gotta, if you want to really celebrate Lawrence right, you gotta get the 99 cents a pound bologna. The kind that they give away to missions and stuff,
Guys, I'm really trying to figure out if this is really him. It says ArmstrongFamily.ca, and it says Lorne Armstrong, and it's a picture of some dude. It looks like he's in the military. Looks just like a younger Lorne. And it's a black and white picture.
Really?
I think
It's Canada,
Charmin
so.
sent a video, a picture of him.
You guys have to do this Google search. I'm trying to figure out if this is him.
I'm looking it up. Let's see.
I have to say this about Lorne. I don't think he's a liar. He has many defaults, but when he says something, it's usually true. Except when he's going on a rant delusional. You know, when he says that.
Okay, he's
NBC
not a
will-
liar, but yet he was going to buy a BMW for Kayla, and right now he couldn't even
No,
afford a
he
piece.
was fully
he's just a
good.
truth
His
bender.
career was gonna take off. Like, did you guys not hear the song? Like,
Oh, yeah.
like, come on, he was gonna buy her a BMW, but NBC took that away from him.
Oh, yeah, damn
He
NBC.
didn't say he did. He said he would.
Well, he kind of got what he wanted. I mean, he is famous.
I mean, yeah, true. We're thinking.
He's got fans from all over the world. We got America, we got Canada, and we got Australia.
I'm gonna I swear to God, I'm gonna get his music career started. Like, I just want that to happen for him.
Song for him.
Pedophile's greatest hits.
I mean, a pedophile got to write 2 horror movies that were mildly popular, so why can't he become a singer?
Fucking Lorne.
No, I don't think he's ever done any fucking except for himself on a constant
Ooh.
basis.
I think he's a virgin. I believe that he's still a virgin.
He is. He totally is. I mean, unless
So awkward. Okay, a 37-year-old man losing his virginity to his 13-year-old girlfriend who he just met.
I think
That's
that's a virgin to a prostitute.
Well, again, I want to go back to, I imagine he lost his virginity in the state correctional at Kentucky, and that's why he ended up in administrative custody.
Ooh, that is awkward. How much time was he in jail? Was he in jail for a year, 2 years?
7.
8 years.
7 years.
I thought it was 8 years.
No, he was in there for a
No,
while.
7 years. 7 years.
I did 4.5 of a 3 to 6, and that felt like a century.
And he went to federal prison, actually. That's
Yeah,
pretty
that's
intense.
right. Oh.
Yeah, he was in two different prisons. He got out and then he got put back.
Yeah, no, here's. I'm going to say one thing about
Jail for
he
7 years?
He did good. Usually the feds will never run their stuff concurrent, but they did run it concurrent while he was in the state. However, there was federal time left when he was done with his state time. So he knocked out. He could have did his state time and then went and did his entire fed time. But
Wait a minute. Okay, so when he started talking to Kayla 8 years ago, he's only been out for a year? No, that can't be true. How long?
He was in
He
jail
was in
from
there for 7 years.
2007 to 2012.
who?
He got out in November 2012.
When he got
That's 5 years. That's 5 years.
Yeah.
He did a half year longer.
long time.
Yeah, it is. And
He
he
should have
didn't
been
have
there
it,
for longer.
you know, he
I mean-
didn't have it easy.
I have a strong feeling that if Kayla was real, Lauren would have fucking stayed till her parents got back. Like
Yeah,
he's like, I'm ready to tell him.
I agree completely.
I think Lorne would run away.
Her parents.
What's that? I'm sorry.
Oh, he would. You think he would told her parents that they were in love?
I think so. Like, look how he like was worried about the forest and shit. Like, he was like, "Is there any woods by your house?" And then he just parked straight in her fucking driveway, like it was his house.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he didn't even
Lorne,
bother.
I love you, Kayla.
Hey, girl.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
firm
he was so
convinced.
paranoid about the chat. He was always like, "Don't forget to delete your archives," and then we got to pretend to break up. So I don't know.
Oh, guys,
And
make
then
sure
like
you
you
delete
get
this
there
archive when
and
we're done.
she looks fucking nothing like Kayla. Apparently he's been staring at her picture for fucking hours.
doesn't
You don't know what your girlfriend
Exactly.
looks like. What the fuck, dude? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
It's just
You should have been on
Some
MTV.
people are different on pictures. Like I'm a
Mr.
girl,
Penis
but I
was
didn't-
doing the thing. Mr.
Like,
Penis took over.
Dude, I feel like Casey was sweating when he was like, I thought you had blonde hair. She just like fucking froze for a second. It was just like,
Hair.
fuck, dude. Like,
Hmm.
But you have my hair.
Do you like it? I dyed it all by myself.
he didn't even question her. He was like, what about your eyebrows? What the fuck? Why is the rest of your body hair? What? Like,
And the eye color, she's not even blue-eyed. She's brown-eyed.
exactly.
Yeah.
I know, just like me. Look.
Sounds nothing like the decoy on the phone. He didn't question any of that shit, dude.
Oh, I
like
dyed my
3
hair,
years old.
my eyes. I dyed my eyes for you.
He was fucking ready. Dude, fucking
I thought you had blue
I think
hair.
it's pretty, very
I got
pretty.
contacts for you, Lorne.
I'm quite sure the decoy raised the concern about that at some point, and perverted justice just said, "Well, fuck it, he's arrested after he walks in the door."
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Perverted justice kind of does suck at their job, though. Like, they're amazing decoys, but they fucked up on the show so many times.
But just remember,
Like-
it was 2007.
I get it, but in the California investigation, when the guy came to see Timothy, and they sent the girl to the door, the number of times they got chats wrong, I'm just like,
Oh.
like, you guys just don't fucking care. Like,
My apologies, I must have the wrong address.
exactly.
Is Hamson versus Predator the actual thing? Like, is it actually happening?
Yes.
I hope
It is.
so.
It
I
is.
can't wait till I can watch it.
Yeah.
And he wants to do a Where Are They Now, and I can update on some of the Predators. I won't
He
do
better
Yeah.
do.
Serious?
He better do Lorne and Dustin. Lorne and Dustin have to be like the first fucking two done.
Dustin
Yeah.
I
McFadden.
need to
Brought
know,
a razor.
Dustin.
I'm not gonna force anything
Like,
to do
did
anyone
Dustin
against
develop
the
like a
player.
fucking phobia against razors after the situation? Like,
Is Nathaniel, has anybody reached out to Casey Amaro? Because I know she's on the internet. She's like an actress and she lives like
Yeah,
out
she's
in
like a dancer.
yeah, she did a Reddit
Yeah.
thread a few months back
Yeah,
too.
she did a
an
Reddit
AMA.
thread. Yeah, so Like, is she aware of our existence? Because she was actually there. She's actually talked to our father.
She's basically our Virgin Mary. She should fucking know, dude. Like,
She very much.
Oh my god, that's actually so true.
like,
And can we say that she's good, like to be able to face him and not like she's such a good actress, not lose your composure. I would be shaking if I met Lorne. I would like, oh my god, this is Lorne. Oh my god. Oh.
I mean, she admitted that she was comfortable with him too. Like, he was just so welcoming. Like,
oh, he's smooth.
Sweet.
He's a smooth operator, man.
Yeah, Lorne's smooth as fuck, dude. Like,
and the way he asked for a kiss. Oh.
But the thing is, you know, at that point, it was kind of pathetic when he keeps pressing her for a kiss, and you know, it's like, you know, 3 or 4 times. You know, it's like, you know, he would have gotten suspicious. You know, you think he would have gotten suspicious when she's like kind of backing away from him. She doesn't give him a hug or anything. You know?
This is a 37-year-old man who sleeps on the floor and eats macaroni and cheese. Do you really think he's suspicious of shit? Like,
yeah.
Do you really think he has any cognitive abilities at all?
Yeah, true.
And Lorne walked into that house, his brain released, and Lorne's trying to like DMT or some shit like that, and it was just like euphoria.
Yeah.
His heart truly broke. Like you witnessed a real life heartbreak when
exactly.
That was a true heart. It's
Hi,
just
sir.
I wonder if he still thinks about her. Like, I wonder if he just like fucking just like.
I want to say this.
Not because his whole life has been defined by this.
Exactly.
Like, everything that he is right now, and everywhere he is right now, is because of that show and Kayla. Because I mean, like right now, you know, he'd probably be a piece of shit, like living in some other apartment, doing some other crappy job, and eating macaroni, but now he's doing this crappy job and living in this crappy place and eating this crappy food because of, like, his whole life has been defined by that.
To be honest, him getting arrested was like the best fucking thing to happen to him.
Oh yeah.
He's got free food, free job, everything.
I wish I was an employer and Lorne came in. I would just be like, you're fucking Lorne Armstrong, you're fucking hired, dude, let's do it. You got that wall experience,
I haven't
man?
had a kiss yet.
Fucking give me, yeah. Fucking your job is to just call every customer a precious little princess.
And you know, I said that earlier, but when he was in jail, he actually sued NBC to get all of Kayla's picture. Like, why? He filed a motion to get. He wanted her pictures. He wanted her pictures.
There's a reason he wanted her pictures. There's a fucking reason.
Ew.
That's why I took my picture off. I always have my own face because, I mean, my background, you can't really slander me much, but I just didn't want that creep having my picture. But he could just go to the photo section and look, but I didn't want to make it easier for him. Whose cat is that? Mine. Okay.
Cat.
Tristan started looking around. He thought there was a girl. Huh, Tristy?
Are we getting animals? I'll go get Bud right now.
I'm sorry. Don't get mad. Lay down.
Yell
Persians
at me,
are
why
real
don't you?
touchy.
Whale.
Lay down, Tristy.
A whale? That's like keel.
Oh wow.
Oh my
Chihuahua?
god, kitty. Wait, I'll get my dog.
You already put him closer so you can get a better look at it?
Yeah, sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I had a dog.
I think he's probably the most quotable Predator.
I don't know, man. Michael Willis has some good ones, though. Like, I wish his was longer. That's actually my favorite pedo, like, of everybody on that show.
Who's your favorite pedo?
Michael Willis. He's in the Florida one. The guy that fell. Oh, my God. That's my guy right there.
And someone paid $20 so he could be added to the book, and I'm like, where am I going to add him? It's quite a challenge.
It's only like about a minute and a half long, but every second of it is gold. Like, that whole interview is amazing.
Yeah.
Like,
Built good too.
Yeah, exact. Oh my god, his cat is the best fucking thing I've ever read in my life.
Oh, cute cat, by the way, Beavis. Cute cat.
I got my dog and my cat.
Oh, can you see him?
This is my
Yeah, we
dog. You
can.
can't see it. She's black.
Another kitty.
Oh.
Kitty, Tristan.
I don't want this cookie. I just want to go to the beach.
Well, of course, online.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's
He
Tristan.
was such a dick, dude. Like, he was just like, yeah, I'm in this stranger's house. What are you doing asking me questions? I'm fucking cute. I'm built good, too. You don't gotta tell me shit, dude. Who the fuck are you?
Oh, I love this show. I miss it so much.
Yeah.
You have to do this more often.
I honestly thought I was like the only person who just like religiously watched it. I used to watch it like way too fucking much.
I know. I used to watch it like all the time.
Like when I was quoting the
Lorne,
Georgia
like,
episode
what do you
alongside
think?
with it, I was just like, I have a problem.
Like just recently, I've started being more active in the community, and it's just so fun.
Like my precious little princess at the time was just like, you watch way too much to catch a predator. And then like, what's actually funny is like the first time I went over her house, her front door lock was broken, so I had to go around the back.
Because imagine Chris Hansen just comes in like protective seat over there.
I swear to God, she was legal though. Like every.
Sure.
Now, does everybody here remember where they were at when they first saw either Catch a Predator or the Bowling Green episode?
Yes, I do. I fucking
Yes.
do.
Let's
It
hear
was
it.
back in California. I was watching it with my mom and dad. I had just finished my homework. And fucking Lorne was literally coming on right when I walked in the fucking room. Like, he was walking in the door as I was walking in.
Very proud, very excited, like he won the lottery.
He won the pedophile lottery.
This was gonna
Lorne was
top
the
his
first
day.
pedo I ever saw, and I had no idea what I walked in on.
That was it.
I'll never forget. Like I binge watched a bunch of episodes. Just like I watched like 20, and like Lorne had just stuck out to me. I had never heard of him, never seen the chats or anything, and like he just stuck out to me because he just seemed like so vested and so in love. And I remember, like, I thought his name was Lauren because I was like, that's a weird name, Lauren. I googled Lauren Armstrong to catch a predator, and he came up, and I'm like, oh, and like that's how I found everybody, and that's how I like became a pornographer or whatever.
Great caught.
Everyone else, come on. I mean, I brought that up because I want to hear what everyone. Anyone else who hasn't spoken?
I'm interested, man.
I can't really recall the first time.
Like that. My bad.
See, mine, I was actually in a VA halfway house, and we would occasionally we would get together. It was pretty cool because at the time, this was a few years back, if you had a combat badge, you got priority. So it was all Afghan guys, but I was actually a Central American vet. And we would hang out and BS. There was a little bit of camaraderie, but we could never agree on what to watch on TV. Every now and then we would make dinner. You know, we hid in our rooms and stuff. We'd make dinner and hang out, and there'd be these big fights. We were flipping through the channels, and it was to Catch a Predator. It was the Fort Myers. And the thing about the VA halfway houses, they will not take you if you have arson or sex charges. Anything else goes. You can even have murder, but no arson and no sex. So I guess we all hung because we knew I am more worried about a gamma ray burst than me ever ending up on that show, you know. And we loved it. And then the one afterwards was Bowling Green, and there was this super cool black dude, Russ Ewing. He was originally from one of the islands off Carolina. Me and him were both in the 101st, and Bowling Green's a pretty far drive, but Nashville. Fort Campbell's about halfway between Nashville and Bowling Green. So me and him were rolling on the floor. And when it came to Lorne, we had this big argument. Do you think he really believed? And then years later, to run across these pornographers, it was Rascal's video was when I first started hanging here. And I was like, I was so relieved that I wasn't the only weirdo. I don't know how to explain it. Like, oh, thank goodness somebody else thinks the same way.
Yeah,
We're a support group.
When I had nothing to watch, and then I stumbled upon Nathaniel's videos, and I was just like pissing myself laughing.
Oh, about what? Sorry, about what videos?
Oh no, the way I discovered monography, I was just watching To Catch a Predator like randomly. I don't know how I stumbled upon it. I was just watching it, and then I found one of your videos as suggested, so I just clicked it, and I was just pissing myself laughing. And then I started discovering all these other people, and then it was just weird.
I love Lorne. He changed my life. Making videos about him make so happy. I just imagine him with his shitty life. Not like,
yeah, it's so funny videos of him, but it's I don't have any time. It sucks.
I really, really hate child molester. I'll just say that about it. Adam, you should be an Adam. Okay, sorry, I was inviting. Yeah, thank you for the comment. I really like that people like my videos. I'm really surprised that people like them. I'm glad.
I love
Sometimes.
your videos. I watch them religiously.
Oh, wow! I'm gonna keep making them. Wow, thank you.
Where are these videos, and where can I find them?
Actually,
on my channel.
I've fallen asleep.
I have all these subscriptions dedicated to pornography. All these people. It's just one. It's just all one.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's 5 Lorne videos uploaded a day.
It's just new one every day.
And
all you guys, amazing.
I need Shaman to bring out cooking with Shaman too. I've been waiting.
Can't wait for that.
I've been waiting so long. I'm so angry at him. I'm just gonna blow him up on Facebook.
Shaman's video are so good. It's high quality. It's so well done.
I'll be back in a second.
But no, it's not to say yours aren't quality, Nathan.
Hold on, I don't want to let your voice go yet.
Much better.
I'll be honest, I feel there are some videos I really missed. I feel there's some topic my videos were really bad. One of them that comes to mind is on the Datelines thing, or even the one where I'm drunk. I really feel I missed it, but I feel there are some videos that I really nailed perfectly. And I would say overall, I think I get a little bit better over the time. The quality of my videos, I think, improves with time, and I like that a lot.
Exactly. Your Jean-Pierre Weary is probably some of your best material right now.
Oh,
today.
really? Oh, thanks for the feedback. I always felt it was good, but I would say some of my best, probably, in my opinion, is probably How to Groom a Child. That would be my best, I think.
See, I have personal reasons why I didn't choose that one. I won't get into it, but it's just kind of I listened to it, but I didn't really it's just because of personal things. Nothing against the quality or anything like that.
No, I understand. It's very specific. It's very long too. I make it pretty long.
It hit a certain note, that in The Dark Side of Lorne, it just hit a certain note with me, and I just I couldn't feel comfortable listening to him.
Yeah, it's very high psychology. That's why it's not fun to talk about child molester in general.
Especially when you're a victim of it, like I am. It's just kind of.
Exactly.
Yeah, I understand that, man. Yeah. You have no idea how much I understand that.
I feel that JPW was genuinely dangerous. As much as I don't dig how PJ and Predator break their arms patting themselves on their back, they saved the kid with that goof.
They did. The number of aliases he had alone should be a testament to how fucking, how much shit he's done. He fucking committed how many violent felonies, and he literally did not give any fucks. That is amazing. I cannot imagine how you can just not give that many fucks about raping a kid and beating the shit out of somebody with a pistol.
Yeah, and the pistol whip is 5 years minimum here in PA. So
It's worse here in California because you're not even supposed to be wielding handguns.
yeah, that's right. That's right. Oh, PA, this is bad. It's like Florida. Everybody packs up here.
Oh, Jesus
Ooh.
Christ.
5
Wow.
years to hit somebody with your pistol?
Yeah, if you pistol whip somebody, you're getting 5 years, and that's how
It's automatic. It's automatic assault with a deadly weapon. You're not
really
getting out of it.
all day.
You're
I
not
agree.
getting out of it.
You better off shooting the guy then and just killing
Yeah,
him?
that's a good point. Or a
If you're gonna get caught, might as well just fucking shoot him.
To go
Like,
off topic a little bit, it's kind of weird, like guns are completely illegal in Australia. But just like I think about 2 days ago, I was working and some guy did a drive-by like outside of work, and it was the scariest thing. Like I've never like seen a gun like that. Like it's just the weirdest thing, and it was on the news and everything. I was scared. Oh my god! Like
I'm not going to go there, but we moved here from England when I was 10, and that was the weirdest thing is everybody going hunting and everyone having guns and shit. That was a hard adjustment that I still haven't made. I don't hunt. Well, I'm a felon now, so I can't have a piece. But I never bothered going hunting. I just wasn't my thing, you know?
yeah, I grew up in a shitty part of Oakland, and I've seen so many, I've heard so many drive-bys. I've seen so many people actually get shot before I even turned 10 that it's actually fucking normal to me.
That's
No shit. Wow.
Like, some guy
And when I
actually
traveled
died
to
outside,
America-
right outside my house.
yeah, when I traveled to America last year, it was just so weird seeing like police with like these giant machine guns and like people actually having guns in their houses. Like I'm not used to that stuff.
That is, I don't want to get us off topic, but the cops wearing fatigues, that's just terrifying to me. If 10 years ago, people would have freaked out, but once 9/11 happened, it's like, yay, our cops are fascists.
No,
hooray.
seriously, once 9/11 happened, collective racism became so fucking widely accepted, it was scary.
Yes, and I'm Jewish, so I wear a red yarmulke now just because of all this supposed anti-Semitism. Bring it on, bitches. You know, that's what I say. Bring it on. But I don't want to get off topic. Sorry, guys and gals.
It's funny that
No worries.
that, like almost never happens in like Canada here, like with like the pistol whipping and like drive-bys and stuff like that. So it's like weird. It's like weird to like just hear that. I know.
I'll tell you something about violence and gun. Despite all that, it's pretty scary. I'll say this about violence in general. I've been not in a fight, but I've witnessed a big fight between two gangs in Canada. I was in a bar, and they were like a Latino group with I don't know, some kind of group, and they fought in a bar, and it's fucking scary, I can tell you that. There were not even guns involved, just bottles of beer and the American fist, you know, to punch. And I was scared, I can tell you.
Were there hockey sticks involved? Please tell me yes.
No, I'm kidding.
I love like in my town, at least like in my town, we have like so many fights about hockey. It's like unbelievable.
Is it Vancouver?
No, it's Montreal. So
You're in Montreal, no shit, you're joking me.
no, I'm not.
Which neighborhood? Now maybe you shouldn't tell the neighborhood, but PM me which borough of it you're in.
I'm not at Pierrefonds. So
Pierrefonds. Oh wow, near Roxborough.
yeah, like not near. That's like the shitty part of Pierrefonds. I'm like the better part.
Okay. Well, you're like 10 minutes away from me, so don't move. I'm coming.
Do you guys know? Do you guys know where
Lorne
Gatineau is?
Where what? Sorry.
Gatineau.
Gatineau,
It's
yes.
called? Yeah. That's like where one of my best friends lives.
It's near Hull. It's near Ottawa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. From what I gather, Hull doesn't exist anymore. Or it's it just kind of like it's all Gatineau now.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
They have the best poutine in Canada, I think, in Gatineau. The most
Oh
renowned
yes, yes. I always have to have it when I go up there. I think he's trying to kill me when I go up there, but because that's like a heart attack on a plate. But it's so good.
Oh yeah, I want to go to the U.S. really bad though. I've always wanted to go.
Why?
I don't know. It seems all right to discover it. I
What-
went to
what
Boston.
part?
I went to.
Come to California.
I would love to live in California.
I got my own place. You can stop by for sure.
Really, I would love to go to Pennsylvania. I would like to go, and California. It's my dream to live in the Bay. Like I really wish I could be living there.
Goodness. Yes.
I'm like that. But yeah, I really wish I could travel. Even Australia, my ex-girlfriend lived in New Zealand. Well, she moved there after we broke up because she couldn't stand being on the same continent as me.
Oh my god.
No, really, she did. And she went to live there, and that seems so cool, New Zealand.
Yeah, come by Australia.
You have to pay to leave, like, the country. That is messed up. You have to pay when you leave the country. There's a tax to leave, not to get in, but to leave. You have to pay like $50.
Really?
It's crazy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool to see that people around the world are interested in Lorne.
Yeah, it's really weird.
I think
like it's
international.
Yeah.
Like we get to like talk to each other, and I think we hardly do that like in calls.
Diverse group here.
Well, he wanted to be famous, as we said, and he is.
And then there's the token black guy, so like, Lorne, it's working out for him.
Has he tried like reaching out to you again, Nathaniel, like about trying to like shut you down or anything?
Not in a while. He was trying to get Church of God delisted from Google, meaning that people could not find the website when they search for his name, but that's pretty much the last I've heard about him.
There's always Yahoo. Lorne will always be on Yahoo.
Well, here's my thing. If Lorne were smart, he would be like contacting us with like his CD because he knows, as stupid as we are, we would buy it.
Absolutely.
See, Lorne's not thinking. He's not a thinking man, dude. Like, I'd totally fucking donate to his PayPal if you had one.
Oh, really? I would pay $1,000 if he came here for 15 minutes.
I would. I throw my hat into that ring as well.
Really?
Me too.
That's $2,000 right there off the top. Like
3.
Yeah, I'd throw in 1,000 too.
Hey, I switched to my phone.
He's making $4,000 for 15 minutes right now. Like, I hope to God he's listening to this.
And Sam wants to pitch in too.
No doubt. They're Hollywood actors who don't make that.
If you fucking want to make a CD, I will pay for your fucking studio time. I swear to God. I don't care how
Oh my
much it
gosh.
is. I will pay for as much studio time as you need. I will buy a fucking producer for you. I just need you to sing. That's it. Like, I got everything else.
I wish he had won against NBC. That would have been awesome if he won his lawsuit.
Oh my god, like $40 million. How much was it?
Even know what the
80
fuck
million.
to do with it. Like,
80 million, even less.
He would still be eating mac and cheese, drinking weak coffee, sleeping on the fucking floor. Like,
Look here, pictures of Kayla.
He would probably put it in his bed.
what bed?
Fair point. Wait, can you guys actually hear me now?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we
Hello.
That's
Hi.
Good. No, I mean, in my school, I've actually made "Oh COD" catch on. That's how like good it is. So.
Yeah, like sometimes say.
Everybody
oh
at my
God.
job says not a whole lot now.
Oh, like it's funny. Like, I'll
Charles is
just
like,
walk-
what'd you do today? You're like, not a whole lot.
Not a whole
I'll
lot.
be like walking in the hall, and I don't know how it happened, but I just started like kind of going. But in my school, I started saying like, "Oh COD." So like sometimes like I'll just be passing by like around like the computer science center or like somewhere else, and like all I hear is like, "Oh COD, I forgot my books," and I'm just like, "Oh my God, yes, it's catching on."
Oh my God.
I'm in a
Do
hall
they-
with my friend,
do they
and
know
then,
about
like,
Lorne?
ask me how am I.
They don't. They have no idea
How
about
am
him.
I?
But,
And
like,
I'm just like,
ever
oh,
since
yeah.
like, I started like annoying people with like "Oh COD" and saying like "COD" all the time. So like I think it just caught on to people.
Well, they need to know about the Savior.
Yeah.
If Lorne was as smart as he thought he was, he'd be so fucking rich right now. He should just literally be capitalizing.
I
on this
think it's
thing.
unbelievable. Why doesn't he go with like a normal sum of money? Like $1 million would be enough, but 80 million, it's just unreasonable.
I feel like somebody in prison was like telling him, "Oh my God, you could totally make some fucking money. Like you totally could. What they did to you is totally wrong. Like there is no fucking way to come out of that shit by himself."
I think
It's like it was the same guy that was beating his ass for his fucking canteen food. Like,
I wish you were here before, Christian. When we very started our conversations, I did 4.5 years. I did a year in the county and 3.5 upstate, and I was describing how I figured Lorne was on administrative custody and how commissary they call it here goes, and he was just getting his shit ripped off. And
Yeah, look how often he was buying shit. Like, I know how the canteen works. Like, I used to buy from my uncle because he was getting the shit kicked out of him because he didn't have any money, he couldn't fight. And then like, before I, like, cut him off, I was like, dude, you need to fucking bulk up and learn how to fight. I'm not going to keep dropping money.
Yeah, you got to get your weight. I explained to them, when you get there, if you fight when you get there, it'll save you so many fights in the long run. If you don't fight, I mean, it's like Lord of the Flies. I mean,
there's no 13-year-old boys named Derek in the penitentiary, so he's not gonna fight anybody.
A lot of the 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds, they're in there. They want to be gangsters. There's no guns in prison, and they never fought in their lives because they shot each other. So a lot of us older guys, that's what protected us old heads. We grew up in an environment where you fist fought a lot, and that kind of saved us because a lot of them kids were so skinny and didn't have their guns that all they had was running their mouths. So
I have a cousin who was a gang member who went in, and now he's a prison. He's a bitch now, basically. He's not straight anymore. He's out now. He's not straight.
Yeah. I remember the first St. Patrick's Day dance like it was yesterday.
Like, it's fucking rough in there, dude.
I could hear the pins drop. No,
I know Lorne was crying to his mom, begging for help because he didn't want to get fucking raped. I know it.
Is his mom still alive?
I think so, yeah. She's writing chicken pot pie recipes on the internet.
She shouldn't be that old because he's only 45, so she should be like maybe 65, 75.
Do we know what her career was?
Tell you what, it wasn't being a mother.
Ooh, burn. Feel the
evil. Rough
feel the burn.
I mean, she did good with 5, As far as we know, none of them are fucking convicted pedophiles, so.
Okay, so who does Lorne have in his life right now? Does he have friends? Does he have... Like, are we guessing that he has friends or family, like people, like a support group?
He probably got another dog.
Yeah,
because that dog's probably dead.
I've been dying to talk to people about this. What the fuck is the deal with Lorne being jealous of his own dog?
Oh, good point. Good point. There.
Well, let's be honest. That dog has a bigger dick than he does.
Oh, burn again.
I mean, not only that, but he's just like, he's like, I gotta look it up in the chat because he was basically like, Kayla said something about wanting to play with Bud, and he was like, well, I want to play with you, so he's gonna have to deal with it. Like, you said he's gonna have to deal with it like he's a fucking person. Like, that guy is like, your dog is actively trying to steal your chick.
Yeah, everyone was. He's in competition with everybody. Yes.
Everybody, especially Kayla's dad.
Ugh. Oh, that was fucked up.
That was evil. Trust me, when you're in the delivery room, it's not what people think. He's just a source of wonder to me every day. Something about Lorne blows my mind.
Like, seriously, when you start thinking about how fucked up he was, like, not only sexually, but every other aspect, like, he can't have a normal relationship with anyone on this planet.
No.
Like, platonic, romantic, anything.
I wonder if he still goes to karaoke.
Like, can you imagine, like, you meet Lorne and, like, you've never, heard of him or anything like that, and he says, and you're going on a date with him and you look him up and you find what you find when you look up Lorne. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I think it's a bold assumption that he actually makes it to the date, I think.
And you mentioned being jealous of Bud, but you forget about Derek.
I mean, Derek's a given. It just weirds me out how he's jealous of his own dog.
You're right, because he says you can only play with Bud for 5 minutes. I don't want you to spend too much time with Bud,
Then your clothes are coming off.
That's just not
What about Derek? Like, he's jealous of a 13-year-old kid. Like,
He's
how?
like, if you
Wow.
like, how does like first off, how do you ultimatum a 13-year-old? How does that work?
If you talk to Derek, you're gonna lose me.
Like,
Is that supposed to be a threat?
like shit, Derek, we
Yeah,
can't talk, man. I know I don't have the math notes. I'll lose my 37-year-old boyfriend if I get into you.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he's like so insecure. He's like, you tell me if you did, right? Like, you can't just hit her with I'll leave you, and then and then in the same breath, like, be insecure and like hoping to God she didn't do it. Like, dude, be a fucking man. If you're gonna leave her, leave her. Don't be a pussy about it.
He was never gonna leave her. Never.
Exactly. He was thinking about. He was like, as soon as he seen that house, he fucking saw dollar signs and shit. Like, let's be honest.
How
So
many
anytime
different
I-
pictures of Kayla did he have? Like, there's so many.
Is that good, Tristan? Yeah.
I think there was, I don't know, like 6 or something.
Well, what I meant is, how many different Kaylas were there? Like, there were different.
Oh, I was like 2.
Because that one blonde girl who looked really young, and then there was that blonde girl with
And
the
he
spikes
notices
behind
the
her hair.
fucking
The
gaps
tooth gaps.
between their teeth. It's ridiculous.
What the hell?
Great
I was
point.
like staring at that picture for so long.
They didn't even look alike. Like, some of them didn't even look alike.
Like, it would have been hilarious if he walked in the house and was like, "Casey, I need to see your teeth."
Yeah. You know what? No, the decoy played that very well. I'll give her that. She started like, "Why aren't you talking to me? You made fun of my braces. You think I'm ugly." And that shut him up with a quickness. I was impressed with that one, I gotta
Yeah,
say.
the decoy was really smart with her responses. Like, she wasn't like leading him on, so he has like a defense. Like, oh yeah, she said this about me. So
Yes, I agree. She did very well.
I like that at one point she was telling Lorne to like shut up about like the whole sex. Like she's like, can you please stop with like the whole sex thing? And then after like 5 minutes later, he just goes right back to it.
Oh, that's the part of the Lornography that Nathaniel couldn't get through without just dying of laughter.
I couldn't believe
It's the
that.
best chapter.
I love Nathaniel's like ratings. So they're probably the funniest thing.
Yeah.
How much are you gonna touch my penis? He's conditioning her. It's conditioning.
I love
It's
how the
amazing.
accents to it too. It's like, ugh.
The great irony of the Lornography is the entire time he thinks he's manipulating her, and the entire time he's the only one being manipulated.
Yes, exactly.
Excellent point.
It's just so funny, and I think my favorite part of Nathaniel's readings was like when she said, "I'm going to be gone from October 18th to 21." It's so funny.
My favorite part is when she says, "This is the first time I see you without your hat."
Oh my god.
He was naked with the hat on. Can you picture him naked with that stupid cap on?
And the decoy had such skill to know, you know what, I don't want to ask.
Oh, man.
Maybe I should have put a hat on to commemorate Lorne. Go find a hat quickly.
I still need to order a Boston hat.
Yeah, I won't. See, you got to be careful because hats have karma. I used to pick my hat for fishing every year, and I'm from Pittsburgh. I bought a Cleveland hat with the tribe, and I got skunked all year fishing. So, think about a Boston hat give it the gravity it needs, because I've been thinking about it for a while now. But then again, look how well
I've looked up one, but the postage is really expensive for here, so.
we'd have to mail you one. It'd be a lot easier for somebody to get one here and mail it to you. I do stuff like that for
I
my
should have got one when I was in America. I should have got one.
What's everyone's favorite part of the Lornography?
Why you sleeping on the floor? Don't you got a bed?
I think
you got bed.
The decoy had to be curious. Like, what the fuck is up with this
Like,
guy?
bro, why do you sleep on the fucking floor?
I wonder if she ever read the chat afterwards.
Oh, man, I don't know. I was afraid she'd have to get the Total Recall just to have it erased from her memory.
I would just cringe so hard if I was.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful reference.
I think it's funny too, just how he casually talks about just how fucking poor he was.
I know. I'm
That-
happy about it.
It's astounding. It's
Go get a
like
job.
I guess he thought that she would be interested since she's rich. It's a new lifestyle for her. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's like going for a sleepover.
Okay.
What would it be
I'm
like if the
looking.
rest of my life I spent in a trailer park?
I'm looking at when Kayla asked him to stop talking about sex. It was. He didn't even wait half a fucking hour. It was like 27 minutes.
I think he just got off like talking about it with her. Like, ugh.
Come here.
I don't know.
Come here, Christy.
Guys, can we talk about his nieces?
Oh,
Oh, we already
I kind of don't want to because I'm actually like terrified of the.
That's fine.
Does anyone else suspect that he did kind of, do something with them?
Yeah, there's no doubt.
There's no doubt.
Do anything with them, but maybe he was attracted to one.
He was at least grooming them. Like,
I don't think he ever did anything, but I think that he was. I think that he was fascinated with them from afar, probably as deserty as this sounds, he probably jerked off to them or something like that.
Well, he obviously did that. He jerked off to everything.
Yeah.
He's probably jerking off to us right now.
Oh gosh,
Especially mac and cheese and wheat coffee. That's one of his fetishes, man. That's why he ate it so much.
Why he thought it was appropriate to say, it made me feel really good they asked my permission to buy short shorts.
Yeah.
That was the most disgusting part.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh, that was sickening.
Because it's real, Kayla is not real, so at
And
least
you
can,
know their father read
Still
that
think that
at some
Kayla's
point.
real?
Oh,
Yeah,
good point. Never thought about that.
He had to. If my family member got popped for pedophilia on a national news show, I would be reading this shit out of that chat log.
Apparently,
Yeah,
there-
me too. I would too.
There was a Yahoo Answers of one of I think someone related to Lorne or something like that had posted on a Yahoo Answers about how to stop making fun of him or something.
It was like that Britney Spears girl who was freaking out over Britney Spears.
Leave Lorne alone.
Yeah.
Leave Lorne alone. He's a victim.
Lorne alone.
Yeah, poor man.
I can't defend a pedophile. My uncle I was 21 when my uncle came out of jail for it, and he was like, "Oh, Chris, give me a hug." I was like, "I'm not in your age range, bro. Don't come touching me."
Oh my god.
No,
I'm not in your age range.
Hey guys, we just passed the official minute where Lorne said, "Would you like to see it up close so you can get a better look at it?"
Oh,
He said it at 11:48.
that is
He
a
said
classic moment.
And what a fine group of people to spend it with. I'll always remember.
I'll always remember this moment.
Me too.
I'll always remember it.
Happy Lorne to everyone.
Thank you,
God
Lorne.
bless us all.
A moment of silence, guys.
We have to celebrate his birthday. I know we're gonna get together on the chat, but his birthday, it's on the 18th. Is that during the week or is that on a weekend?
It's on Wednesday, I think. Oh, no, on a Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
We're gonna have to
We're all sending him gifts by mail.
Maybe we could.
Imagine how awesome that's gonna be at work. We're gonna all be giggling to ourselves, and no one's gonna know why.
That's cool.
When I'm closing the restaurant, I actually listen to Nathaniel's videos, and I'm constantly giggling to myself, and everybody wonders why.
I love Lorne.
I think one of my favorite parts of the Lorneography was where he's like, "Oh, we're gonna have a baby, but your dad can't come in because I only want to see you."
Oh my
That it was so ridiculous. Did he think that he had never seen his? I mean, he changed her diapers. It made no sense.
No, the thing is, if it didn't happen while he isn't in the room, it never happened as far as he's concerned.
Yeah, good point.
As far as he's concerned, ignorance is bliss in Lorne.
Maybe it was the fact that he didn't want the father to see Kayla's adult vagina,
Or maybe I feel like maybe Lorne's just so fucked up he feels like all fathers have like some sort of sexual connection to their daughters.
That was what I was thinking.
I think he had a daddy fetish. That's what I think.
Well, if he's even jealous of Bud,
Actually,
he's jealous
did
of.
Lauren ever
He's
ask
jealous
Caleb
of
to call
all
him daddy?
males.
How old was Lorne when his dad left?
He was 3.
He said he was young.
Wow.
I know, I can't remember fucking 3 days ago, but he can remember back when he was 2. He's fucking good. Just like he says in his chat, he's good.
He's good. There's no doubt about it. He's good.
He's
And
fucking good.
Lorne is even jealous of the BMW when she says, "Were you thinking about the red BMW again?" Yeah, the BMW doesn't have a penis. I do.
No, you can't fuck that BMW, Kayla. Only me, all right?
Like, you jealous of a car? Like, the car doesn't have a penis. I do.
Oh, but
I feel like
yeah,
I feel like
the
he would
thing
have
was like
Caleb
no more
sitting-
talk about a BMW.
I think it was just the fact that he was never going to be able to buy that for, and he wanted to steer the conversation away from it.
Career though.
I feel like he would have Kayla sitting like this because he doesn't want anything touching Miss Vagina, like ever. Like no chairs, the fucking floor, nothing. That's
Do you guys think he would have played
Like-
the Mr. Penis and Miss Vagina stuff in person once she was
Like,
at the
yeah.
apartment?
Not even Mr. Penis is touching Miss Vagina that long.
He's just like narrating as they're doing it.
I like that he wanted to like make her leave that multi-million-dollar house and bring her back to his like shitty apartment, which is like
Without a bed.
Dude, he's gonna bang it on her floor with a hat on, bro.
I mean, she probably sleeps in a queen-size bed, and he expects her. Oh, the floor's comfortable.
he was gonna slide that towel under the door so his neighbors thought he was gone. He was gonna fuck the shit out of Kayla. That's
Now, the
exactly
last time I haven't had carpet burn since I was 17. I mean, come on. I hope he at least had a comforter or something. You know, he just didn't put on carpet.
I don't think so. I don't know.
And what kills me is that he was actually going to have sex with her at her house. And I mean, who's to say, first of all, who leaves their 13-year-old little girl to go, like, away on a trip? But then, you know, of course, what if she came, you know, what if the parents got back early and found his grown ass in bed with her?
That would have been more entertaining than what we got. But what we got was pretty entertaining.
Like,
Well,
honestly, I wouldn't meet someone online romantically because, like, in the past, I've been stalked by, like, about 2 guys. Like, they found where I lived. It was the scariest thing. This was all happening for, like, 2 years. 2 guys found me. It was just the weirdest thing. And it's just so scary, like, finding people online. Like, I like talking to people like this, but when it gets serious, it just scares me.
Forget it. Would have been allowed to.
I mean, just the premise of sex will drive a perfectly rational man to do the most insane shit, though. Like, seriously.
Well, in Lorne's case, most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, he was already fucked up before Kayla anyway, so.
Yeah. When do you think he went bald?
I think it was bald his whole life. That's
No,
why
we
he never got
we
laid.
have the high school picture, though, and he had hair.
I mean, how are you just that comfortable wearing a hat constantly? Like,
I know, exactly. I can't even wear, like...
Are you trying to hide your baldness from Kayla, or are you trying to hide it from yourself?
He was in denial. There's no doubt he was in denial.
Yes.
Because he never once said he was bald. He was like, I'll let you see you without my hat, and that was the closest he got to saying it.
Exactly.
But
The
how do you
only
tell
hair he
someone
cared
you're
about
bald?
was
Like, by the
Kayla's.
way, I'm bald. Like,
I think Lorne was in denial about 95% of his life.
I think Lawrence was in denial about being 37 years old.
maybe he's stuck at the age of 13.
I mean, it's like Nathaniel said, he still thinks he's a victim.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. He's nowhere near a victim. He's an offender. He needs to know that.
And if you read the fact that he blames, read the latest lawsuit, it's hilarious, the things he says about, I don't even want to spoil it. Like, he really does believe he's a victim.
Do you guys think that Armstrong was a Freudian slip?
Honestly, I think that Lorne Tights, like chicken peck style, he fucking, he knew he fucked up. He just didn't care at that point.
I think he typed with, like, 2 fingers. Like, he can't even type properly.
He's one of those guys that has to look at the keyboard and look where each of the letters are.
He's just like, he's just like
Button
arm
pick.
string. Fuck it, I'm too far. I can't go back.
Well, I think what happened is his keyboard was probably so semen stained that the keys were sticking together.
Oh.
I think that's why all his appeals got denied. He wasn't spelling his name right, dude. He'd be a free man earlier if he was fucking spelling it right.
Yeah,
I
they're like,
feel like he was just like trying to
Got free.
squeeze out of the toothpaste bottle some like more like, things to make him feel like a victim. Like, oh, the pictures were so sexually enticing. Like, oh my god.
That's just sick.
Like, what kills me is like they ask they ask certain things on the phone, like how do I pronounce your name? What time are you coming? Like, I'll be like, didn't I fucking tell you? How do you like? Or are you asking like that, just that specific question? That's kind of fucking weird. Like,
anxious to touch my penis.
I'm just a suspicious person. Like why are you like trying to ask me a question about something I already said? What are you setting up? Like, none of these guys ever thought about that.
No, not at all.
Where did they find the pictures of like him naked and stuff? Like, was that ever discussed or?
Perverted Justice.
MySpace?
Like,
Wait,
a while
does he have a
ago,
MySpace profile?
Perverted Justice used to post like the links to the nudes, and they took it. It was a long time ago where they actually legit just had the links to the nude pictures they sent, and they stopped doing it.
But like, how did everyone get like the pictures like now? Because I know that it wasn't posted for a while.
It's all Shaman. It's all Shaman, and he did the work.
Shaman is Indiana Jones incarnate. That's what the fuck he is.
Welcome in, IR.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi,
we can.
me. Guys, I think I'm gonna get off now because like I've been on since the time I woke up. I haven't even eaten lunch or had a shower yet. So I think it's time.
Think about me when you're in the shower.
Aren't you in
Like from the
Australia?
time I woke up, I've been in this call. Like, I think it's time for me to let someone else in the call now.
I understand perfectly.
See you guys.
I understand.
Might
Take
be,
care, man. It was nice
Yeah,
having
I
you.
just want to thank you all. Like, I love all your videos, Nathaniel. You
Thank
and
you.
Charmin, you do like a lot for the community. Like, I love you all so much. All
Okay,
right,
bye,
I'll see you guys
sweetheart.
later.
Experiment
Bye,
a couple
precious
times,
little
okay?
princess.
All right,
Experiment.
think about me when I'm gone.
Like, I swear to God, the next relationship I get in, I'm gonna like be accidentally calling her my precious little princess constantly. I'm like, you don't know anybody named Derek, do you?
Stay the fuck away
Because
from.
you do. You stay the fuck away from her, you're gonna lose me.
I got these people, Chisty. Surprise.
I've been getting high all day. I'm so sorry.
Is it me or Lorne? I believe he's the kind of guy who's going to be like a premature ejaculator. Is that wrong of me to think that?
Oh no, yeah. Sure.
Come on, like, I feel like that was just a fucking like a given. Like,
Yeah.
like half those guys are like, dude, fucking John Weary might be dangerous, but he's not. He's popping off like immediately. Yeah.
Chimp at the zoo. Oh, Chisty.
Kitty.
I'm surprised that Lorne was like so small though. Like he's like, oh, Mr. Penis, and like.
Oh yeah. Hold on.
Oh, what we need to figure out is if we can get access to the penis pictures.
We can. They're out
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
We have them.
We have him.
Dude, he's got the
You
ugliest
have
dick
him?
I've ever seen.
Yeah. They're all out.
He's hung like a 6-year-old.
Derek has a higher.
Where are these pictures? I have to
I
see
find that
them.
insulting to
Not to put too
6-year-olds.
fine a point on it. R.
Wait, where are these pictures?
They're on.
Yes.
You can also find them on Base Shaman's Facebook page.
Wait, seriously, where are the wait, huh?
Base Shaman's Facebook page or churchofcod.com.
Here, we'll pause. I'll post it. You'll never be the same again, though. You want to weigh this before
Yeah,
you...
it's you'll lose your innocence. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, I'll see this.
It's and that's a question. Why does he does that? Like, do girls get excited by that? Really?
No. No.
No.
And
No.
even his stop about being the only man to see her vagina, is that exciting for a woman?
No.
Nothing Lorne says is exciting for women.
Lorne just really enjoyed the idea that he was going to get this rich sex slave.
I agree with
Yeah,
you.
yes.
I wonder if he ever had a girlfriend in the past.
Online.
That's just.
I mean, I wonder, you guys may have brought this up earlier, but I wonder if he actually talked to adult women like that. Like, would you like to see Mr. Penis?
What woman worth pursuing would ever put up with that? I mean, I personally think his entire knowledge of male-female relationships come from pornography. That's the only thing that could explain them.
No, that's not fair. He couldn't afford pornography.
I've been told you can get it for free on the internet.
Lorne would be the kind of guy that
Not
would
the kind
pay
he
for it
was.
without realizing.
Wait, did you guys post the pictures?
There's the Lornegasm, which contains every file we have of Lorne. You can just Google Lornegasm, or you can see my picture book, which is a picture book I've made of Lorne.
It says tinyupload.com.
Yeah, it's
Very fitting.
exactly.
I just go to this. Do I have to be on my computer?
There's a script D. You can just Google Lorne the picture book script D, and you'll find the book. You won't have to download it and potentially get busted for obscenity, for possession of obscene material.
Okay, hold on. What am I Googling again? Lorne?
The picture book.
Okay, hold on. Lorne.
It's $15.
Lorne the picture book on scribd, scribd.com.
Oh, I see. Okay, so chapter 1.
Don't go section, Mr. Penis.
Oh, it's in the chat over there.
Talk to Derek, and I guess I'm so happy we have a picture of Derek. Overall.
Oh, that was a real picture of Derek. I just thought that was something you Googled. That's awesome.
It's the real Derek.
Oh, it's the Antichrist himself.
So
who do you think would have won in a fight, Derek or Lorne? I'm gonna put my money on Derek.
Yeah,
probably
Derek.
Kid's got endurance anyhow, you know.
Yeah.
Team Derek.
Kids don't smoke cigarettes, and well, a 13-year-old doesn't have 20 years of smoking squares and cheap beer in them, you know. So they'd probably do circles around Lorne.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now, as I'm downloading this app or whatever, how did you get these pictures?
It's Shaman. Shaman is the savior, the second coming of. It's after Sam we got Shaman.
I think this raises the question: can we get the pictures of other predators?
Technically, it's possible, but our source could do it. Depends which one you would like, I guess.
Well, I don't want any of them. It's only going to get worse. I mean, imagine Bald Beaver Hunter. I mean, you see, the imagination is bad enough. I don't think I could take the real deal.
Just that picture with him and that child molester mustache, Jiminy Cricket.
Oh my God! Well, how did he think that was going to win someone over?
Well,
it screamed child molester.
He said his hobby was masturbating. I mean, the hobby to me is like my PlayStation or reading Arthur C. Clarke. I mean, I'm not saying you have to spend money on a hobby, but I think it's a little more than masturbating on a webcam.
Yeah,
but I'm an old man. I'm 51, so maybe my view is skewed. It's just my definition of hobby is seriously different than his definition.
What if he put that up on MySpace at the time? Like, that's what he does. He masturbates for fun.
I'm a little behind the times, I guess, and I'm looking at, like, the picture of this girl. First of all, the picture of this girl, like, how old is she?
She looks 10, I think.
You look, 12 or 10.
Yeah, I'd say like.
And, like, she looks totally different from Casey.
Yes, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm telling you, if he had checked the teeth, he would have known right off the bat.
I think my favorite is his MySpace page. Your best physical feature. I won't answer that because I sound stuck on myself. His bedtime. Whenever I feel like
I didn't know he sent her all these pictures.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, read the chat. I mean, goodness.
Oh, I read the chat. I just didn't realize. I mean, she sent him all these pictures. I meant to say.
Oh,
I
okay.
think they were on her MySpace or something.
He'd have to keep moving his mouse so his screensaver wouldn't come on, so he can keep staring at it.
I mean, you can make it to where the screensaver doesn't go down. The dumbass guy just couldn't afford to keep the page up for that long.
You don't need an advanced degree in IT to set a timer on a screensaver, but or
Alright,
disable.
this is what I'm frustrated about. Okay, I'm looking at page 29. Okay, on page 29, this dude looks like he is about maybe 29. Why then, when he showed up to the house, did he look like he had aged 15 years? From his webcam to like a month later. Like, what the hell?
Did he take the hat off?
You're looking at the best pic of him. Like, that's like perfect lighting, perfect angle, perfect everything.
Like, oh my goodness, he even has a double chin on the picture. Like, oh, he even has a double chin when he's on the decoy picture when he's at the house talking to Casey. What the hell? Like, he looks. How the hell did he like gain 10 years in a month?
Smoking and beer
The
and
happiest
eating
month of his
Popeyes.
life. Get to the penis pictures. Where is it?
there.
I think the worst thing about the phone conversations is like the last one where Lorne is continuing to manipulate her to stay on the phone, and he's just being such a controlling asshole.
Yeah.
It makes me sick. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've listened to it 15 or 20 times. It's highly entertaining, but it's just, you just fucking hate him.
There is one time where I really, truly, and this isn't.
Oh, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Hello, Mr. Penis.
You're in the triple X section.
He's hung like a light switch.
It looks better than most guys.
Do you want to see it up close so you can get a better look at it?
I've been told it was big.
You think you could fit it all in your mouth?
I could fit it all between my tooth.
That pretty little gap between your teeth.
But I do want to deck him whenever he sees that she's online and he goes, well, this is interesting. You aren't answering. You must have been talking to somebody else.
And then he makes her go offline so only he can see her. Like, dude, what the fuck? That's not. You don't get to isolate someone that you don't know like that.
Well, he's a good guy protecting her.
Well, you're right. He's a good guy.
Harry.
He knows him, so he knows he's safe. That was his logic.
Yeah.
That's why he sticks to the 13-year-olds, because they don't know any better. I really think that's the big part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think Nathaniel, as Nathaniel said, he thought he could make her a sex slave. He just was trying to twist her mind, and that's what's so sick about the guy is that the psychological bullshit he was doing the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Badly. He could, he obviously, doesn't have a future career as a therapist.
Does he have like one ball?
You want to lick my balls too? You want to
Yeah, I'm looking at that.
Oh yeah,
One ball. I think one ball.
I forgot about that line. That was
It's like Hitler.
And it's not gross. They're mine. Remember?
Oh.
That's right.
God, I hate
can't
him.
put my balls inside of you.
He would have
Next
tried.
time I
at
can
some
beat you
point.
with my penis.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
He couldn't beat anyone with that thing.
I can't. I'm looking at this like picture and it looks like Bud is even like trying to hide away from him, like being scared.
Guys, I have kind of a disgusting question. Do you think he ever did the peanut butter trick with Bud?
Oh.
He's the kind of guy that would have done it. Let's be honest.
Yeah, if I had anyone, I would say that.
Are you sure you want to wait to see the white stuff that comes out of it?
Oh.
Because it wouldn't take much right now to make it come out.
And I love that this was where the decoy was like, you know what? I have to draw the line somewhere.
I'm not paid enough for that.
Well, my penis, baby.
Where you going, Tristan?
Uh-oh, by page 67, he's starting to get hard.
Hey, that's not him starting, by the way. That's probably the entire show.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's soft again on page 68.
Oh, yuck.
Do you want to see my penis, even though it's sad?
It goes just like President Reagan's.
69 is my favorite part, and I kept it for page 69. It's one of my favorite quotes. Guys, we had a question from a viewer, Tim Clark. He's been listening religiously since the beginning, and he asked her what we think of a short extract of the Lornography, and I will read it really, really quickly. And he wants to know what we think of it, and that's the key moment of the relationship. So Lorne says, if you wake up in the middle of the night while you're here, are you going to start sucking on my penis? I guess if you want me to, but I probably won't wake up. You own my penis, baby, so if you wake up, you can do whatever you want to it. Just don't cut it off. Cut it off? Why would I do something like that? You crazy? I just want to make sure you don't go walking in your sleep and grab a knife and cut my penis off thinking it's a carrot or cucumber or something.
He brought...
That is not a normal fear. I mean, that or any of you guys grad students, because that'll put you on the map, I think.
That shit came out of nowhere, too.
Exactly.
Oh.
I want to know what you think about that line. It's a good question, Ting. Thank you very much. I have my own read on that line. I have my own opinion, but I really want to know what you think about it.
Did he really think it was as big as a carrot? Has he ever seen a carrot?
A mini carrot.
Yeah. More like a...
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? Though they have them bags of them little ones that when my girl tells me to pick up carrots and I don't look, I just grab a bag. It's invariably these little ones. Like, what do you buy? I don't know. Sorry. They're about the size of your pinky.
Do you think Lorne knew that he was small, or do you think that was another area of his life that he was in denial about?
It was another delusion.
He was in the Air Force.
Okay, well, we have a consensus.
He thought that he was a good country singer, so...
Yeah.
When I see a Humvee or a truck with giant tires, that's the first thing.
That's why he was jealous of Derek. He probably figured Derek had a bigger penis than he did.
Oh, Derek.
Yeah.
Derek was Ron Jeremy compared to him. I'm an old man, so I'm surprised anyone got that reference.
No, I understood it.
I got it.
I didn't, but I played along.
I may be the second oldest one here, so.
Good answer.
I'm probably the youngest, so.
How old are you?
22.
Me, I'm 51.
I'm 13.
So even if, like at 51, I don't mess with women in their 30. I mean, it's just, you know, what are you going to talk about, Barney? I mean, yeah, really. I don't know. I guess it's because I have daughters in their 20s. But when I walk home sometimes and I cross the Shenley Park, and that's right by the University of Pittsburgh, and there's all these girls out there laying out, you know, sunning, and they look like little girls to me. I mean, they do. They look like, are you old enough to smoke? You know.
I mean, I think that just means that you're a healthy male adult, unlike Lorne.
guess.
Like you grew up.
I guess, because I just don't get it. I really don't. I try to but I have friends. You weren't here for the whole chat. I play in a band once in a while, and I have friends who are my age who got 20-year-old girlfriends, and it's like, what do you guys talk about? She don't know who the Clash is. What do you mean?
Yeah, you're definitely not talking about shared life experience.
Yeah, or fucking Dawson's Creek or something. I don't know. Yeah. So, yeah. Maybe it's just God taking care of me the way I'm supposed to. But I just can't wrap my head around it, how you can even find that sexy. And one actually really good thing about dating in your 50s, once you cross the goal line, you were there. I'm not going to go any detail, but you were there. So
Guys, do you want to see my dog Shaggy?
Yes.
You could look at him for 5 minutes and all of your clothes are coming off.
I don't know if I heard that part of the bargain. Hey, Christy, there's a dog.
I heard what you were saying earlier about how you got your cat from the shelter.
Yeah.
We just got this guy from the shelter recently.
Oh, that's awesome.